I was thinking, we talk a lot about revisionist history and how we go with what we see. What happens if this thing with the Clippers actually works? Like, how are we talking about these dudes? Like, if they end up winning the NBA championship.
Can't
hear you, Damo.
I'm glad. The Clippers
better chance of getting pregnant, man.
This is what I mean right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about, Ron. Because all we do up here, I mean, we as honest as we possibly can. We as honest as we could possibly be. Hold on for a second. I got an echo, I think. Is that me?
Sound good to me.
I'm good.
I don't hear echo. Yeah.
I don't know.
So anyway, I mean, we talk a lot about how this team isn't going to do this. This team isn't going to do that. This team is good. Yo, what happens if this thing with the Clippers actually works and these dudes win the NBA championship? Like, how we talking about Russ now? How we talking about Paul George? How we talking about? And I know, Damo, you don't want to hear this, but if this thing actually works, I was thinking about this yesterday. If this thing works and Russ has a championship ring on his resume, in addition to everything else he did, he's one of 5 point guards to win league MVP. He's going to be a member of the 25,000 point, 10,000 assist club. Him and James, the only two dudes in that. How are we talking about this dude? How are we talking about Paul George? How are we talking about Kawhi Leonard? 3 different teams, won 3 different championships with. How are we talking about these guys?
Chill, I think it's.
I was gonna say, I feel like we'll talk about probably only person we'll really talk about in a way higher regard, in my opinion, probably Kawhi. I mean, I feel like a lot of the disrespect on Russ' names will like slowly disappear when he gets that ring. I mean, obviously the people that are super biased and haters, they're gonna still hang on to the past for Russ. That's not gonna change. But for the most part, the common fan is gonna definitely put a little more respect on Russ' name. PG, I guess, will be more of. I don't really see it depends on how they play, but I don't see much of a change for PG. Obviously, he get the championship respect, but he'll be like AD. Motherfuckers are still going to, as we hear every other day, people still disrespect AD even though he got a chip and was a big reason why they won it. They still criticize him to the heavens. So I feel like PG will be in that lane. And Kawhi, he'll be one of the what? He'll be the 5th or 4th player to win 3 rings with 3 different teams. He'll be the 4th or 5th or he'll be the 4th or 5th because LeBron was the 3rd, right?
James did it. Who else did it? James did it. 3 different teams. So let's see. James did it.
John Sally, I think. Was John Sally one of them?
Sally was on the Bulls. He was on the Lakers, and he was on the Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this will be different because it'll be 3 Finals MVPs.
Robert Horry.
Robert Horry did it.
Yeah,
he did it with the Lakers.
Robert Horry did it
in Houston. Yep. So that's 3 different guys, but we talking about different roles. Like Leonard is the man on this crew.
Yeah, it'll be a Finals MVP. 3 of them.
Even if he doesn't win the Finals MVP, Big Eye.
Do he look like the man right now? Do he look like the man at the last night? Man, cut this foolishness out, man.
Hold on, Ticket. God damn, yo. All the hate just oozes out of you right from the beginning, and what you do is you mask it.
Hold on, is it hater facts? Hold on.
No, it ain't. No, it's not facts.
Hold on. It's not facts. What I'm saying is it hater. Hold on. Is it hate or facts? Is it hate or facts that James Harden has wrecked every franchise? Is that hate or facts?
No, Ticket. That's not what we're talking about here. That's not what we're doing. I'm not really inclined. I don't love this James Harden thing. I don't. I actually liked what they was doing with Russ and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I actually liked it. I'm out on the Clippers because of injury, but I'm thinking to myself, yo, what happens if this thing What happens if this thing actually works? Oh shit! How we talking about
Chill Town? Let me ask you a question. Chill Town, is a freak in the streets ever wifeable? Can you ever turn that into a housewife?
No, you can't.
Okay. Then. So James Harden, those guys, they are what they are, bro. It's not gonna be no change. You trying to come in here and see the good, bro? It ain't no good. You're trying to see the good, and that's not my mic. That's somebody else's mic that's messed up. That's not me. But
Chill.
that ain't
I'm
no
pretty.
good,
I'm
bro.
pretty sure it's you. Chill. You probably gonna have to
Chill.
jump out and come back in.
Yeah, he need to jump out. He need to jump off a cliff with the stuff he's saying this morning. Real talk, bro. The strippers, we call them the strippers for a reason, because they continuously get stripped down. Period. And they will do it again. And they probably will lose to the Lakers tonight. They are the strippers. Or they may beat the Lakers tonight, beat them every game this season, and then when it comes to the most important game in the playoffs when they do win, lose again. Don't y'all see this? The jig and the gimmick is up with these guys, man. We got to be honest, bro.
So basically, this game tonight means absolutely nothing,
sudden,
then, right?
All of a sudden, the owner says, I'm not going to pay you guys y'all extensions. I'm not going to secure y'all future right now. And guess what? For the first time in 4 years, Kawhi and Paul George have played every single game to start the season. What are we doing?
That's a positive thing, Ticket. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, Ticket.
Hey,
No,
chill
it
town.
exposes the BS. It exposes the BS about these guys. I'm telling y'all about it. It exposes it.
Or it just means that nobody got hurt in the first 4 games of the season. I'm sure they're gonna be load managing eventually. Ticket, trust me, they'll get back to it all.
They're gonna get nights off. That part I'm
gonna get back to it.
I'm just looking at this from the glass half full, just for once. Like, damn, what happens if this actually works with these dudes? How are we talking about them? Like, what this and Damo, you made a good point about Anthony Davis. You did. You made a really good point about Anthony Davis because I mean, Anthony Davis was integral in the Lakers winning the NBA championship. He was huge in what they did. He ended up getting hurt because the season started. I mean, a training camp opened a month and a half after they won the NBA championship. But this is the healthiest he's been since y'all won the NBA championship in the 1920 season. This is the healthiest that he's been. And this is probably the best that he's been playing since then. But they still talk about him like he's just good, when in reality, he's been dominant. So if Paul George, with this Clipper team, they end up doing something like that, maybe that will just be the logic on him. I think it's just going to be haters, and there'll just be people who are these guys are who they are. I'm out.
So Chilltown. It's haters to call a spade a spade.
No,
it's haters to say that just for you to win another championship, you had to go get James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, and you had to form a super duper team just to win another championship, just to win another championship.
See, Ticket. Now let me ask you a question with that. He had to form a super duper team. Does it matter if the Clippers actually got? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he didn't do that, and the Clippers were the ones who orchestrated this. They made the trades. They made draft picks. Would that actually make you feel better?
No, man. I'm just saying, bro. Listen.
No, you're not saying, Ticket. No.
Let me answer the question. Let me answer your question.
You know why? Ticket? You know what? I am going to let you answer the question. I apologize.
No, all I'm saying to you is this, bro. Bro, we have seen everything we going to see from the strippers. Period, bro. Anything that they do now is cheating the game and stacking the deck, bro. Kawhi and them literally said, the report came out that they want James Harden to come in and carry them throughout the season so that they can do their thing in the postseason. So that means you want to, like you said, hold on, and you're the main one who said, yes, Google it. And you're the main one who said that, so now we're going to discount the regular season. So basically what they want to do is skip through the regular season, let James Harden come in and score all the points he wants to, carry them through the regular season, then we show up in the postseason and close the deal and call ourselves champions. Bro, come on, man. Call this foolishness out for what it is. But, bro, listen, if LeBron James did this, you know how much criticism he would get if he was doing with KD and with Kawhi Leonard are doing? Come on, bro. Kawhi Leonard forced him to trade a whole team, major picks, the cornerstone of a franchise in Shea, which they probably regret doing that. All of that for what? What is he showing for it?
What I'm asking, yes, he's been injured. And again, I'm out on the Clippers. What I'm asking you is, would this make you feel better? Would they not get the nonsense that they're getting now? Not nonsense, I'm sorry. Would they not be getting the criticism that they're getting from you if instead of them, quote unquote, orchestrating this, the general manager did all of this?
No, Chilltown. If they didn't get walked down the only year they were healthy, if they didn't get walked down, or if every other year Kawhi Leonard wasn't getting hurt and it ruined the entire season, we wouldn't have these same criticisms. But we have the criticisms because of what we've seen, what they've shown us, bro. This is what they've shown us, bro. When somebody shows you who they is, it is what it is, bro.
Last week you had the Clippers as your favorites.
Nigga, before James Harden. What did I say? You put one bad apple in a bunch of spoils a bunch.
Okay. That's fair. I can get with you. Okay, that's fair.
I'm not, again, I want to make sure I'm on record. I'm not in on the Clippers. I was just thinking, what happens if this thing works? That's all I was thinking. Like, damn.
Chill. It's three different sides to it, though, because somebody has to win Finals MVP. And if they do win, people got to perform well. So it's like, let's say PG gets Finals MVP. His whole narrative changes. Yeah, yes, Damo, he still might get called out for his flaws, but we're holding PG in a whole different regard. I mean, we can't
take back that shit, Ron.
We know who PG is. We know how talented PG is. If he balls out in the playoffs and in the finals on the biggest stage, we're talking about PG completely different. If Kawhi gets a third Finals MVP on the third team, his legacy is going to definitely be looked at a whole lot different. And another person, if Russ balls out or James Harden, it's four different people. If Russ or James Harden both ball out in the finals, we talk a little different about those two. Those two, you heard what Ticket just said about James, and y'all know I feel the same way. You know how Damo feels about Russ. You know how Bob feels about Russ. If those two come up and silence the doubters and the critics, we talk completely different about those two. Like, yes, they still have their flaws. They still had their moments. But you got a championship based on the strength of your production. We got to talk about you differently.
We'll talk about them differently for a summer. And my thing is this. If Russ retires after he wins, he will be talked about like Rondo. Like people will legit, that will be the last thing they remember of him. And unless you're genuinely hating, you're going to just praise him to the highest of the almighty. You're going to praise him. Same thing with James Harden. Same thing with Pete. No, I'm just saying. Same thing with PG. But if they win this ring, no matter how great they play, and they play another 2, 3, 4 seasons, and they undersell, they still bring back old habits. And I said Rondo because everybody talks about Rondo like the pitch perfect point guard. Like there wasn't issues after he left the Celtics. Like there wasn't that period where it was like, okay, do you really want Rondo on your team? And then he went to the Lakers, retired, and it was like, okay, well, then played somewhere else, then retired. He was a darling child after that point. That's what I mean by talking about like Rondo. Like right. You're going to forget a lot of the nonsense just because the last thing you remember is him being a key contributor to winning. If they play continuously and then underperform, PG starts missing game winners, Russ is sitting the side of the backboard, James Harden forcing his way out of 3 more teams. People are going to forget, unless you're a diehard fan of them, you're going to forget the ring shit. The ring will be thrown in there like an all-star. Like, yeah, you did win a ring, but then 3 years in a row, you were trash. Like, that's how they're going to talk about him. Because look how we talk about Giannis. You will have people who give Giannis praise. They still respect Giannis. And you still have people call him the bagless rim runner. They call him, hey, I said it on here. Nigga will never be as great as Wemby on the offensive side of the basket. Like, you still will demean these guys knowing what Giannis did in the finals. Knowing Giannis has a championship at the age he got it. Knowing all Giannis did. People still call Giannis ass. People still critique Giannis. And God forbid him and Dame lose this year. Oh, my. You would have thought he never won a championship the way I'm going to talk about him. It's crazy.
The way I'm going to talk about him.
I've never heard anybody call Giannis ass, but I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
So when
for me personally, this don't change shit about James Harden or Russell Westbrook or Paul George. You can't take that. You can't take those games back. You can't take pandemic P back. You know what I'm saying? You cannot take throwing critical turnovers at the end of the game back. You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook. You can't take back falling asleep for 5 straight playoff years, James Harden. You can't take back putting on fat suits and pushing yourself out of 4 different teams and then come jump on Kawhi Leonard's coattail and think that we're going to forget about that. I'm not forgetting that. I don't care about this one ring. If they get this one ring, that doesn't change history. You know what I'm saying? You can't turn Christopher Columbus Day into Indigenous Peoples Day and then think we're going to forgive you for slaughtering millions of people. Don't work like that.
Damn.
I'm saying, don't work like that.
So the resume gets thrown because the resume is going to get brought up with a lot of these guys. James Harden's resume, Paul George's resume, Russell Westbrook's resume. Like the resume is going to get brought up with a lot of these guys if this thing were to work out. And if you're going to look at these guys' resume, in addition to them being basketball players, and championships change a lot of things. You just brought it up, Ox. Christopher Columbus Day does not. If you change the name to Indigenous Servant Day, it doesn't change what Christopher Columbus did. But championships give people amnesia. They have a tendency to forget a lot of things that happened previous to that. A lot of people forget that sort of stuff. So for these guys to end up working this thing out and for this thing to work and they end up winning it, people will forget a lot about the stuff that happened in the past. People won't think about the fact that, Kawhi Leonard has less than 15,000 points for his career. The fact that Kawhi Leonard never won a league MVP. Never happened one time. So stuff like that won't get brought up, even though that's on his resume. And you'll have to look at his resume.
But should just discount his resume, Chilltown, if Kawhi doesn't win this chip with all this help he's had, because that would show that his whole career as far as winning championships was a fraud, because he never had to be a leader. He wasn't a leader to San Antonio Spurs. He got blessed into being on a super team. And he definitely didn't have to be a leader on the Toronto Raptors. All he had to do was go in and fill in the missing pieces on the court, from which DeMar DeRozan couldn't do.
Which, by the way, DeMar DeRozan was the leader for that crew. So that's not true, Ticket.
That's not true. Kyle Lowry was a leader. And
Kyle Lowry was one of the leaders.
Kyle Lowry was a leader of the team. Kyle Lowry was a leader. Kyle Lowry was a leader of that team. Kyle Lowry was the leader of that team.
He was one of the leaders on that crew. That's not a lie, Ticket. They looked to DeMar DeRozan on that crew as a leader. So stop saying that. It's not like Kyle Lowry. It's not like
DeMar
Kyle
DeRozan
Lowry
said himself. DeMar DeRozan said himself Kyle Lowry was the leader of the team, bro.
And Kyle Lowry said that DeMar DeRozan was one of the leaders himself. So you cut it out.
I mean, Derek Fisher was a leader on the Lakers. I don't take nothing away from Kobe Bryant.
No, but I'm saying What I'm saying is what Kawhi is. He's never had to be able to lead a team, from start to finish and win a championship.
No, that's not what you're saying.
He's never proven. Hold on. This is what I'm saying to you. Hold on. This is what I'm saying to you. Kawhi Leonard has never led a team from beginning to end to win a chip. He's always been hurt, missing multiple games, teams balling without him, other dudes stepping up when he came down, being on a super team. Bro, cut it out. This is the first time he had to do it with the Clippers. He went to the Clippers. The Clippers were his team. Same thing with KD. He never did it like that. He only did it with Steph Curry. Every time KD had to beat him, he went and created his own team with Brooklyn, failed. Now, he's on the Phoenix Suns, failing again. They're going to do it again. Y'all cut this stuff out, man. Y'all come in here and get these clowns a pass every single time, bro.
No. He's already failing in Phoenix? He's already failing? That's crazy.
Nigga, did you see the game last night?
First of all,
when he got scratched in the face and lost the ball?
Yeah, that should have been
true. When he didn't box out Wemby and got yammed on. When he didn't box out Wemby and stood right there and got yammed on. And then when he shot the bullshit fadeaway at the end. And then how about when they were up 20 points for them not to have the consciousness to play a smarter game to get the game home? They should have won that game easy. And then what about the other games they played this year when he didn't do what he was supposed to do in the clutch and they lost those other games? They lost the other game in overtime. So cut it out, bro. And like I said before,
he's been balling all season long.
And what's their record?
Season, he's been balling by himself. Josh Okogie's the second best player on the fucking court.
They play. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Who's the best player on the Suns right now? Jordan Goodwin?
Please don't say Eric Gordon. Do not say Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon is a terrorist.
How much Eric Gordon had last night?
What?
He ain't no terrorist.
How much Eric Gordon had last night?
Eric been hooping.
I like what I've been seeing from Nurkic too, though. But about that, since y'all brought that up,
I think he had 23.
He had 20. He had 20.
Hold on, that's a terrorist in your eyes?
How much is he? Okay, has he had 20 every game they played? Or did he have one game where he shot terrible, another game where he was on, another game where he was mid, and then this game?
Marz is a statistician. Tell Marz to pull up the stats.
Marz, what are you averaging on the season? Right now. What are you talking about?
What are you averaging on the season? What are you averaging?
He's averaging
16. 16
is that a Taylor's?
No.
All right, nigga. Shut your ass up.
Hating on KD again is crazy. It's insane.
Which has nothing to do with what we was talking about.
I will say this though. 3 things about that. First, the refs blew one. Second, Frank Vogel should have called a timeout. Instantly should have called a timeout. Third, Kevin Durant. That's elementary basketball. What you doing with the ball like this? Yeah, you got hit in your face 3-4 times. But you do hold the ball. Whatever happened to a secure, putting out a triple threat, get him off,
Bob.
baby.
And Bob, what about the box out, Bob? The box out, Bob.
Secure
The box out.
The box out. That was just that was a mental error. That was dumb as fuck. I don't know what to say about that. But this is those three simple things right there. That game's won. I mean, they're up by 20. There's no excuse for letting that team come back and win that game. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to get that off real quick. Like, just
no, that's just all. Bob, all I'm saying to y'all is this, bro. We give KD extra credit for one of those chips with the Warriors. But bro, when he was the man, all I'm saying was he was the man. When he was the man, he have not shown you that he can get it done. He got walked down when he was the man. When he was the man, every other time except for when he was with the Warriors, he'd been a failure when it's time to deliver. All I'm saying about Kawhi is that Kawhi Leonard, he got blessed to be on the Spurs and have an Andre Iguodala type of NBA Finals to where he won the Finals MVP. He wasn't even the third best player on that team that year. He was the fourth best player on that team, but had a great NBA Finals. But they make it seem like he was a leader of that team and was a leader of that championship. He wasn't. Then with the Raptors, the Raptors had already been to the conference finals multiple times. Only thing he did was fill in the gaps for DeMar DeRozan. You don't believe me? Ask Marz. He'll tell you. He watched it all the time. So it didn't take too much to do opposite of what DeRozan was doing. Marz will tell you that. All you had to do is be competent and not completely fall apart in the playoffs every single year when it came time. That's all.
So if we're talking about Kawhi Leonard with the Toronto Raptors, who, by the way, Cleveland swept them 2 of the 3 years that they played them in the playoffs. They didn't beat them, swept them out the playoffs. All we're doing is we're replacing Kawhi. We're replacing DeMar DeRozan with Kawhi Leonard, and we already been down this road.
Ask Marz.
We are. Why am I asking Marz? Again, we've already been down this road. The point is that he's been put in good situations, but he still had to do his job. Don't talk about him, Ticket, like he just showed up.
No, my man. No, Chitchat, you my brother. You my brother. Chill. You my brother. Those games they lost to LeBron were all winnable. Ask Marz. DeRozan completely fell apart. If he just played the regular way he played, they would have won. Ask Marz. Am I lying, Marz? Marz, am I lying?
Somebody gonna ask Marz? There we go. Marz.
Yes. Man, that boy wouldn't beat no LeBron James.
Not at that time. But
hold on, Marz. Am I lying? Hold on. I want Marz to answer the question. Marz, do you think if DeRozan would have played the way he had played in all the season, the regular season, the way he had played up until the playoffs, do you think that the Raptors would have won at least one of those series against the Cavs?
What years did they play them?
They played them in 16, they played them in 17, and 2018. In two of the 3 years they played them, they swept them, and then they beat them in five or six games.
Yeah, but all them games was close, Chill.
2016
they were 100%. They won.
They could have won one of those series. It wasn't.
Thank you. That's all. So Marz, let's just be honest. If we replaced DeMar DeRozan with any other star that was competent, they probably would have beat those guys.
No, we're not doing that.
DeMar DeRozan played so bad. Hold on. He played so bad. It was all-time atrocious how he played. These are facts.
That part I can get with you, but they got the right guy in there. We just can't put any guy in there. That's not going to work. They can't put Paul George in there. If you put KD in there, they win. If you put Luka in there, they win. If you put goddamn nigga, I don't care what you hold on. No. I'm telling you players you could just put in there. Hold on. I'm giving you all the players in the league that you could have put in there for DeRozan and they would have won. All those players, you could take Jason Tatum. If you put him over there, they would have won. All of these players, if you replace them with DeRozan, they would have won. Even though DeRozan played like hell, they still was winning 1-2 point games at the buzzer beaters and stuff like that, bro. Come on, man. You acting like it was that far apart that Kawhi coming over there was just a whole miraculous turnaround. I'm good.
Did LeBron James not hit game winners back after over and over against those guys? Heartbreakers in the playoffs? Yes. And DeRozan was playing like garbage. So if you just had a competent star that just played to his ability, I ain't saying playing like a superstar. I'm saying playing to his ability because DeRozan was so bad. Marz put up stats 25% from the field, 13% from the three-point line. Come on, Chilltown. Come on, bro.
I don't think you just replace him with anybody, but
I'm talking about any star level player in the league. You could have replaced with any star level, and they would have won that year because those years y'all was all saying that the Cavs teams wasn't that good. That LeBron was carrying them. So if you would have put any decent guy who could just handle his business, they would have won.
Man, that's a stretch right there. Just a decent player. I don't, especially the way James was playing and the way he had that Cavs team playing. I'm having a difficult time believing that a decent player, a decent star.
I'm saying a star player. I'm saying
I'm thinking about a star player. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about any star player. I think that's a stretch. But
Ticket, you got an example of a player at that time?
Yeah, I got like Paul George. If you would have put Paul George, who would not have played as bad as play. In fact, he played great against LeBron James. If you would have put Paul George on that team, he'd have won. Hey, time out. Paul George almost beat him with Roy Hibbert. What do you think he's going to do when he has more competent guys around?
So when they played them, not when they played them. I'm sorry, the year before that, I think it was in 17. The year before he got traded, Paul George, I believe he was 5 for 36 in closeout games.
I'm saying that's 1 year, Chill. No, Chill. I'm just saying he would have beat him one time. I'm saying that's 1 year. I'm saying that's 1 year you're pointing out. But I'm saying Paul George, if he would have just played his regular self, because he balled pretty much in those playoffs when he was with Indiana for the most time. Mm-hmm. If he would have got by him at least once. That's what Kawhi did. Kawhi got you by him once. I'm not lying and making something up, bro.
I'm not saying it's lying.
It ain't like they was chill town. It ain't like they was far away and then Kawhi came over and he filled all the blanks in. No, they just needed somebody who wasn't going to mess it up, who was going to do his job. And that's exactly what Kawhi did. He came in, he gave you his 25, 26 points a game, did his job, and go home, win a championship. Remember, Chilltown, even in the finals, Kawhi didn't even score down the stretch in the fourth quarter. He didn't score. His teammates closed the deal. Make it make sense.
All right, fellas, this is a good time to transition into some super chats. We got a few good things to talk about. It was some good games yesterday. Definitely want to get into those. I got a couple more questions about the Sixers and the Clippers. I do want to ask you guys those. I got a sneaky Halloween question for you guys as well. And furthermore, to top it all off, we got games tonight, so I want to talk about those. But we got super chats from our trusted and honored people, so I'm gonna go ahead and do you guys this justice. Appreciate you for sending the money through. Appreciate Robert Oliver for becoming a member. Shout out Robert Oliver, our newest member. Jake with the super chat said, "I'm with Ticket. Harden is a cancer now to any team he goes to. He will ruin everything the Clippers have going on over there. Bad move." Zero just vibing said, "Ticket, you didn't answer the hypothetical question." You gonna answer it? All right, so much for that hypothetical question. Daniel Mason sent through a super chat and said, "When Jokic wins this ring this year and possibly can three-peat next year, what are the convos that we are having with Jokic?"
I'm saying it today, November 1st, 2023. If the Denver Nuggets win the NBA championship this year, they winning it again next year. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now.
What makes you confident in saying that? Are you saying they're just unstoppable if they're able to do it again this year?
They're a freight train with no brakes. If they win the NBA championship, the confidence level, I seen it. I seen what it looks like. I've been around it. If they win the NBA championship this year, they winning it again next year.
So the NBA better get it together and,
yes.
and sleep. Okay,
yes.
Okay. Marz, why are you laughing? You laughing because you believe that?
No, because they've won one and we're already talking about a three-peat. It's just funny.
Well, again, Marz, we talking about them winning the NBA championship this year, and I'm going off of what I've seen when a team wins the NBA championship in back-to-back years with a dominant player like Joker, with a team that's complete like the Denver Nuggets that has been together for as long as they've been together, and the way that they play and how their confidence goes through the roof. I've seen that. I was around that. And if the Denver Nuggets, again, we're talking about a team that as of right now, I don't think they win. I don't think they win an NBA championship. I think it's the Boston Celtics. But I know what it looks like in terms of a confidence level. When a team is that good and they win the NBA championship again, it's like I said, it's like a half a mile freight train with no brakes.
So what's the answer to his question? How do we talk about Jokic?
We got to start talking about if they win it in back-to-back seasons.
3P, he said. So if they win
If
back to back,
we have to start talking about him like we talk about the greats who won 3 in a row, the Bulls, those teams, the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, the Celtics. We got to start talking about them like that. And the reason why we got to start talking about them like that because they did it.
Damn.
Off the strength that they did that. Teams
yeah,
don't do that.
That's Denver. How are we talking about Jokic individually? How are we talking about him?
If Joker wins the NBA championship 3 straight years and wins the finals MVP 3 straight years.
Along with what? 2 MVPs?
Along with 2
He'll probably
MVPs.
win another one.
Yeah,
maybe 3 MVPs.
He's
Well, I
a
think-
top 6 center all time, top 7 center all time, at the very least.
Yeah,
If
the
he
five,
does that,
the 5 spot is so hard to crack the top 5, yo. That might be. I think that's the toughest spot to crack the top 5. But to answer your question, Marz, I think we're talking about him in a higher regard as an all-time great. I definitely think he moves up the list of all-time greats. 100% he does. To do something like that, to win the NBA championship, and to be the best player on a championship team 3 straight years, and to basically to win it this year, and then to win it again next year. We're talking about Joker. At that point, he's in year probably 6 or probably 7. He's still on his way. He's not in the GOAT conversation yet. But for him to be 6-7 years playing at that level, we have to talk about him like we talk about the all-time greats in that realm, like top 15 guys. 100% we do.
Yo, whether y'all like it or not, Jokic 3 finals MVPs and picks up another MVP. He's gonna crack I don't want to say majority. It's gonna be 50-50 that he cracks top 5 centers all time. I think he's gonna be in the anywhere from the 7 to 10 range in a good amount of
Players all time.
10. No. 7 to 10 range in best players of all time.
That's what I'm talking about. In top 10 players all time.
Yeah,
So
I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna be in that range, but I'm talking about top 5 centers of all time. I think he cracks that with a lot of people too.
Yeah, a lot of people don't rank Wilt and Bill Russell.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm saying that.
Right.
But also too,
Hakeem and Shaq.
I think some people start having some Jokic Shaq conversations.
I just think it's so hard. Of all the positions, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5, I think the 5 spot is so difficult to crack the top 5. It's ridiculously difficult to crack the top 5. And like to win championships, don't get me wrong, I think that's the staple. But the other stuff is in there too, especially when you're talking about the best 5 men of all time. Those are the best players ever. So that spot is so hard to crack. So hard to
Can
crack.
I ask which position is the easiest? Because I had a conversation like this not too long ago, and I said shooting guard, and niggas thought I was crazy. I was like, shooting guard is probably the easiest to crack the top 5.
After the 3rd spot, I don't think it's nearly as tricky, to be quite honest. I think it's tricky, Damo, but I don't think it's as tricky beating out Drexler or people put James Harden as a 2 guard. I don't think it's as difficult to get past Drexler or to get past James Harden as it is to get past Chamberlain or to get past Russell or to get past KD or to get past Dirk or somebody like that in those positions. I think that the 2 guard spot, and I'm not going to say easiest because I don't know if I like that word. I think it's less difficult.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't know if I like that word. It's easy to get into the top 5 2 guards. No, it ain't. No, it is not.
Damo, I actually agree with you, and I think in our lifetime we might actually see somebody move up to 3 on that list. I think D Wade is, once again, like how Chill said, it's not easy, but D Wade's catchable. Like if Ant, yeah, D Wade's. What you think? D Wade's legacy is just untouchable.
You say Ant who?
Anthony Edwards. That's who.
Hey, they saying Harden right now. They're saying Harden right now. And once this isn't me, I'm going off general narrative.
Don't go off general narrative.
If Ant ends his career with 3 or 4 rings, couple scoring titles, MVP or 2,
is that happening?
What's that conversation?
Yeah, go on too.
Hey, and you know how Chill feels about Ant. Chill, can he do that? Can Ant have 3 titles in the next 13, 14 years? can get an MVP. I'm pretty sure you believe he's going to get MVP.
I do think he can get an MVP.
You see?
I do believe that. I do believe that. I think he could be the league MVP. At some
Okay,
point.
can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all have y'all changed y'all mind on the San Antonio Spurs? All that slander y'all put on them saying that they wasn't going. And I told y'all they was gonna make the play-in this year.
Hell nah.
No, I'm still. I'm not there yet. Ticket.
So you still hate?
That's the take you about to
You
pull
talk
up.
about me, but
That's
you
the
still
take you
hate,
gonna
right?
pull up for the.
Okay.
That's the take you gonna pull up for the Spurs, and not the fact that you about to owe Jalen $1,000 because there's no
No,
way
I ain't-
at this
no,
rate
because-
Wemby's averaging 25. That's crazy.
Hold on, brother, man.
Hold on.
Hold on. I'm not completely out of the water. It's early in the season. Wemby can drop a 50 ball, and I'm right back in the game.
Yeah,
So,
you are.
like I said before, you need to chill. You need to watch your mouth.
It's early in the season, and the Spurs can easily win. They can easily lose 8 games in a row, and then you're out of the money.
I think last season they
I'm
lost
already
like
halfway
15
right on Wemby. He's up there for Defensive Player of the Year already. He's up there for Defensive Player of the Year already. The Spurs are looking like they could potentially be a play-in team. So I've been right about both of those two things. You just better hope this boy don't catch fire one night and drop 50. Because like Marz know, and like I know, if the left one don't get you, sucker, the right one will.
Okay, let me ask you this.
If Yusuf Nurkic and Kevin Durant can prevent him from shooting a fucking jump shot, I'm not worried about shit. Because I was no, sucker. Let me tell you something. Because if a pig flies, we all going down. Yeah, I can say dumbass sayings too. Let me tell you, I was the one that sat up here this summer and said, "Hey man, we might want to chill on Wemby because we haven't seen him go against the best defenders or better defenders. We seen him dunking on fucking Thomas Bryant. And you were so convinced that the league was in trouble. I watched Yusuf Nurkic stop Wemby from shooting a jump shot, and Yusuf Nurkic is nowhere near one of the niggas I was talking about. I watched Kevin Durant stop this nigga Wemby from shooting a jump shot.
Who won the game?
And you told me, oh man, if you 6'11", if you 7 feet, oh man, how you gonna stop him? Nigga, Kevin Durant stopping him?
While I'm barbecuing this boy, Wemby is the clutchest player in the NBA in the fourth quarter so far this season.
Hey, I agree. I put that. Hey, you looked in the group chat last night and see me say that. I sat there and said, "Hey, Ticket, you might be wrong. You owe Jalen 1,000." I then said, "Hey, Jalen, I did it. Hold on, let me finish. No, let me finish. Let me finish. No, I'm talking. How are you gonna let you finish while I'm talking?"
Take it to Damo. Take it to Damo. Take it to
I said it
Damo.
on my channel 3 days ago, Damo. Look at my video on my other channel. I said it 3-4 days ago, bro. So you're wrong already. I already said it on my channel. It's a video.
Okay, I was wrong. Okay. You had a video on it. Cool. Okay. Can I finish?
I actually put myself on mute in the group chat, so I didn't see your comment.
Okay, cool. I was wrong. Cool. Shut up. I said it last night. Jalen, no cap. Ticket owes you $1,000, but this motherfucker dead ass might win Clutch Player of the Year. Because I'm not gonna lie, at the rate he's going, of being, I ain't gonna lie, a little disappointing throughout the whole game, and then coming through in the fourth and just clutch bucket after clutch bucket, clutch moment after clutch moment. Hey man, no cap, that genuinely, he could be Clutch Player of the Year. So I give you that.
But Damo, though.
But Damo, stop right there. Hold on, Damo, stop right there. But that's the point. And Charles and Kenny and them was talking about this last night. As soon as the game slowed down for him and he realized, okay, I don't need to take this three. I need to go get this. And they said exactly what I said. Did you watch the show last night, Chilltown? They said that Popovich need to put him in those positions closer to the basket where he can catch it, turn, and shoot. I told you guys that the other day.
Talking about that.
But he right there.
Before we even heard them say that, we said that. We've been saying that.
Right. But look, he'll cut through the basket. He'll be right there in the mid post, and he'll just stand there like this, and then he'll leave. When he's 8 feet tall, post up, put your arm up, pull for the ball. He don't want the ball right there. All he want to do is shoot deep ass threes. He's standing right there. Greg Popovich shouldn't have to tell Victor Wembanyama, the best player to ever touch the hardwood, that when you're 8 feet away from the basket, you should probably call for the ball. You should probably demand the ball. You know what I'm saying? He just be standing there, and then he just walk off. Like what the hell is going on here?
Damn, Big Ox, I just got the goddamn job. Can you hold up, please?
Fuck no, I can't hold on. No, I can't hold on.
It ain't like I've been here for 5 years.
It don't matter. I
just got a key card. I don't even know the lady in HR. I don't even know the lady in finance. I don't even know. I barely know where to park. And now you telling me that.
So Chitchat, you telling me I'm supposed to give a 19-year-old super phenom a pass for not posting up in the mid block?
I'm not asking you to give him a pass.
How are we supposed to call him the best thing since sliced bread if he don't know that you're supposed to post up on the block when you're 7'8"?
Ain't nobody saying that I'm not supposed to post up. But damn, Big Ox, this is a new crew that I'm on.
Greg Popovich for everything.
This is a new crew that I'm on, and I'm just learning how to play within this system. It's not just okay, I'm gonna flash and I'm gonna ask for the basketball. That's not part of the offense. I don't know where he wants me. I don't know how he wants me to play yet. I'm just trying to figure it out from the beginning. That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not gonna just stand right in the middle of the lane because I'm 8 feet tall and go, yo, give me the ball.
He's already standing there.
That's not part of the offense. That's why I'm because they're creating space. That's why he's on the wing. Even though we know he shouldn't be on the wing. But that's part of the offense. Because I'm 100% confident that I saw him in the French league in the post. I saw him in the French league in the mid-post.
So why not do it now?
Because he has Jeremy Sochan at point guard. I ain't gonna lie, Pop is dead ass turned into a terrorist too. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought Jeremy Sochan was a power forward. This man Pop got him at point guard. Hey Ox, I'm with you.
Y'all don't want to have a conversation. This boy is soft.
Ox, I'm with you. I've seen it.
The third on that point guard.
Maybe not soft, but he ain't no killer though. All you got to do is if you 7'8" and you got Kevin Durant guarding you right there, punish him.
Like
I'm
Joker does.
I'm more than positive that any coach, if you got a big 7'12" guy on this side of the block, he cuts through the paint, and now he's on this side of the block. That's motion. He done moved from there. Moved over here now, right? Mm-hmm. KD allowed him to cut in front of you. Now, any coach will have a brain to tell you if you're the biggest man in the world, in your defender allows you to cut right in front of their face, and you're 9 feet away from the basket. You put your ass on his midsection. Get the ball, turn it and dunk on him.
Yo,
no. Are y'all telling me that he's gonna get benched?
Does he pause it after he puts his ass on his midsection?
No, he shouldn't. He should dunk that shit.
All right, for sure. No doubt.
I just think two things can be true.
You don't got to worry about pausing shit. Be aggressive, get the ball and dunk on somebody. Stop standing in the lane with your hands. He's standing in the lane with his hands scraping the floor. Just long as shit, just scraping the floor. What are you doing? Get the ball, go to work. You want to wait until you cut back across the floor or when you're 5 feet away from the 3-point line to shoot the ball? Come on, man. It's no way I'm about to let y'all keep putting that on Greg Pop. It's no fucking way.
No, Ox, genuinely, two things can be true. I'm half with you. I've watched the Spurs play majority of the games they played this season. Mm-hmm. I've watched them. I've been paying attention. You are absolutely correct. When Wemby is going cutting across the paint, he's cutting across the floor. He definitely has no intention of trying to finish anywhere in the post up, play any post play for the majority of the game. There's been times where he's literally flashing at the basket, and I'm like, nigga, you are 8 feet tall and the rim is right here. Put your damn hands up, get the ball, lay it in. And he's not doing that. I genuinely understand that's something he needs to do. But I'm also understanding Popovich is doing some wild shit coaching, and you can see it. Two things can be true. They have Jeremy Sochan at point guard. That alone let me know Pop is doing some crazy shit right now. Pop is not calling plays for Wemby like that. I'm watching it happen in real time. Like, yo, this nigga Wemby is out here playing like how Marz said Imani Bates should play. It's crazy. He's out there like a 7'4" Duncan Robinson half the time. Then he has these spurts where he's playing like the Wembyama we were promised, and then it just disappears. He gets benched for a good 5-minute segment of the fourth to be put back in with 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Then he turns back into this clutch player, and that's why I said, and how Ticket pointed out 3 days ago in this video, the motherfucker might be clutch player of the year, because at this rate, and some goofy in the chat wanted to say, oh, I'm lying, I don't know what I'm talking about, Pop ain't calling them plays. Regardless of Pop's not calling them plays or he's just playing bad, it's still disappointing watching Wemby quarters 1 through 3 for the fourth quarter for him to come out and then double his points every single night. He might be clutch player of the year. The same way Marz pushing the agenda that Mike Malone is dead ass purposely putting Jamal Murray with the bench unit and trying to boost Jokic's plus minus. I'm convinced Pop's game plan is to get Wemby clutch player of the year. Because there's no way he just turns it on like that in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're doing everything you want him to do for that 3 minutes. But the whole other 40 minutes of gameplay for basketball, he's just like on and off. It's crazy.
Yeah. I got a question.
You don't think he's eventually going to turn it on during the first 3 quarters? You don't think the game's going to start coming to him a little faster?
That's what I'm thinking.
Keep in mind too. And this is, once again, I said this yesterday, I said this Tuesday, I said this Monday. This has been the trend of this week so far. We're only 4 games in. I think they've only played 3 games. You don't think around the 15th, 20th game, it's like, okay, I have a good first quarter now, and I follow that up with the fourth quarter. I put 2 good quarters together. As the season goes on, maybe I put 3 good quarters together. Maybe he has a stretch of games where it's like, okay, I'm balling from start to finish. Surely this can't just be the trend with Wembanyama, where it's like, okay, I only show up in the fourth quarter. In the other 3 quarters, I'm just out there twiddling my thumbs, trying to see if I can make a logo 3, maybe get a tip dunk. You don't think that happens?
That's possible.
If you was coaching Wemby, you'd be cussing his ass out.
Yeah, I'm not. First off, if I was, Wemby would be on the block. But I mean, what's up though?
If Pop not calling at the phone, then no, he's gonna be it's gonna be a bad situation for him until he just figures out to play the role Pop wants him to play. But as long as Pop is coaching like this, he's gonna continue looking like this. I don't understand how sometimes we can honestly blame coaching for a player not playing well or not looking right, and in other instances, it's just like, nah, it can't be the coach. With Westbrook on the Lakers, everyone could tell he's being used wrong. They're not using Westbrook right. That's why he looks so bad. Everyone can make that assumption. Everybody can come to that conclusion with Westbrook.
No, Big Damo.
For the most part.
Because there's plenty of people was like, yo, he just sucks. When in reality, that's true. That's just
Russ versus Wemby's two different things.
No, I'm saying, I'm not comparing Wemby to Russ.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, though.
But when it comes to a guy like Wemby, you'll have people that's just like, nah, he can't be playing like this because of how he's being used. You'll have Jeff Teague and Evan Turner and Iguodala and JJ Redick and all these other basketball players sit on podcasts and have all these goddamn Jordan Crawford was just talking on the damn podcast. Everyone talking about how these organizations, how they're ran, how players are being used, how that can affect your team, how shit happening from the suits, from the higher ups, from the coaches, dead ass affects every player 1 through 15 on a team. You hear them say this, but then niggas pick and choose when we want to say, oh no, it's the coach, it's not the coach. That's wild to me. When you can clearly see the coaches doing wild shit, you should be able to say, nah, this coaching is wild. But when I say Darvin Ham's a terrorist, oh, Dom, you a hater. But then niggas see Frank Vogel not call a timeout, and they'll call him a terrorist, and it's like, oh yeah, well, he ain't call a timeout. Fuck out of here, bro.
But look, that's what I'm saying is who's to say that it's wild shit? Yeah, Frank Vogel should have called a timeout, but Kevin Durant should have been strong with the ball. That time, Kevin Durant's been in the NBA for 16 years. He should know better than to be standing around like this, doing all this shit. Be strong with the ball.
He did get hit in the face, though.
And then he did get hit in the face.
2 or 3 times.
But hit in the face or not, he still could have been strong with the ball.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So another thing, what I'm saying with the coaches, it's like, so I'm supposed to be mad at the coach because the coach asked me to do something that I don't want to do. Oh, I don't, coach. I want to stand up shooter. I don't want to play pick and roll. No, you need to play basketball. You are a professional basketball player. You telling me there's only one way you could play? That's why I be sticking up for the coaches. Like, man, what these players come in one way and they don't want to evolve. They don't want to get better. They don't want to learn how to do other things. They don't want to play outside of their comfort zone. It's not all on the coaches in the suits. These dudes only want to play what a way that makes them happy. Like it's all about them. That's a problem.
That's a fact. Hey, Jimmy Two Shoes, let me guess. Hey, guess what? I'll cry every stream just like you'll cry after every fucking Wizards loss. Pussy, enjoy Jordan Poole putting up stinkers all year. Bum ass nigga.
And Mr. Marquavian Black, what do I owe you an apology for? I'm just wondering. He said I owe him an apology. What do I owe you an apology for? Because I don't know what I said that. What do I owe you an apology for?
Can someone in the chat say something about me so I can talk to you guys?
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna pick somebody.
Someone say Marz something. I want to say something too.
Mm-hmm. Yo, in Music by P, Big Ox ain't no coach. I'm sorry, that's what he said. I just had to go against what he said. You're a coach, but he said you're not a coach, so I had to. Anyways, Damo,
I'm barely a coach.
The 20 points that Phoenix gave up. 20-point lead that Phoenix gave up. Yo, it happens in the NBA. How many times have we seen a team up 17, Teams make runs in the NBA. Teams get hot. Teams get cold. Teams turn the basketball over. This happens. When you get into the meat and potatoes of the game, though, when you got a team like San Antonio, who I'm watching this game, and Vassell, the kid Keldon Johnson, these guys are taking terrible shots. The other stuff, the other stuff, I don't have a problem with it, but I do have a problem with the shot selection from time, especially down the stretch. But with that being said, the other stuff is what matters. It's like rebounding the basketball, like blocking out, stuff like that, getting possessions, taking care of the basketball. This stuff matters when we get into the meat and potatoes of the game. And Phoenix had an opportunity to win that game last night, and they didn't.
Damo, though, I do want to say, if it's one coach that I have trust in faith in, it's Coach Popovich.
I don't owe you an apology. It wasn't 2 pick swaps. It was 5 ones, 5 of them. That's a fact. 5 of them. 26, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. 5 ones. That's the way that went. I'm not apologizing for that. No, absolutely not. I'm not. But keep going. I'm sorry, Ron.
And Damo, I'm saying that because I don't know if I believe in the Sohan at point guard experiment, but I'm with Pop. I'm like, yo, you playing with house money right now. Y'all not finna do shit this year. Y'all have 0 expectations. Let's experiment. Let's try it out. What's
right now? As of right now, the Suns are in the 10th seed right now. This is what happens when you play around in the beginning of the season and your guys ain't on the court. This is what happens when you play around. The Lakers are in the 9th seed. The Spurs are in the 8th seed. The Pelicans are in the 7th seed. Kings 6, Thunder 5, Clippers 4, Warriors 3, Mavs 2, Nuggets 1. This is what happens when you play around. The Phoenix Suns better get their guys on the court, Chilltown, because they had a light schedule to start the season. Once they start hitting these heavy games, if them guys ain't on the court, Phoenix going to be down and out quick. They're going to be out like the Lakers were early last year.
They're 2-2.
Nobody has a cause for concern? Oh, go ahead, Marz. Go ahead.
It's 4 games. Is it possible? Because, Ron, I think you watched Wemby more than most people up here because you're tapped into European basketball. Mm-hmm. Is it possible Wemby just has the same flaws he had in Europe? People were maybe overhyping the fact that they thought he was going to be some genius coming into the league, and maybe he's just a rawer prospect, and not like raw, but he has the same flaws he already had, and none of this is really surprising.
And there's work to be done. Sure, that's fair.
Yeah, because that's what I see. I still see the same flaws. Mm-hmm. He's not a great post player, despite being that tall. Like if you watched him in Europe, he wasn't that efficient in the post. He struggles with strength. He gets pushed off his spot a lot. He ends up settling for turnaround jump shots. Same flaws he has now.
Which means, Big Ox, that just because you're 8 feet tall and you get the ball in the post, don't mean that you're naturally gonna score. That doesn't mean that.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, but he's not very refined down there, and he's not very strong. Not to mention, one thing that no one's talking about, he's averaging 5 turnovers a game.
By the way,
I said he would struggle with turnovers because you try to put that ball on the floor, you're going to get ripped. I said that. You guys can go rewind the tape. I'm not saying he's going to average 5 turnovers for the whole season, but it was pretty evident he was going to struggle with turnovers. I think he's averaging like 1.5 assists to 5 turnovers, by the way. So if you care about assist to turnover ratio, that's like negative 7,000. So struggling with that.
Aren't a lot of his turnovers coming from like
I just said they're 2-2. They play Philly next, so they'll probably lose that game.
Who plays Philly next? Who play Philly next?
Phoenix. They play Philly next, and then after
Phoenix is 2-3, ain't they?
Then they play Detroit. Detroit's been hot. Detroit can get them 2, so they can start the season 2-4. All good. And then they play the Lakers, and then they got the Lakers after that.
Could get popped by Detroit, Ron, for sure. Could.
Man, Detroit ain't popping nothing but.
Go ahead,
yeah, respect the Pistons, but Wemby's also shooting 26% from the So, and he's taken a lot of them. I thought he would take a lot. He's taken a lot more than I thought. He's taken like 12 shots and 5 of them are threes. So, might want to change that. And yeah, with Wemby's turnovers being a lot of them passes, yes. But if you watched him, some of his passes in overseas weren't that great either. He struggled with his delivery a lot there as well. And he can't set screens. He
can. Yeah. Pick and roll.
He's terrible in the pick and roll. He's 7'4", and I know we saw. If he sets a screen and he rolls, he's got the biggest catch rate. Sure, he can't set a screen correctly. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's rolling too early. The screen's not even getting fully set, so he's not creating anything. And then he's just running to the rim. There's no advantage created, and he's still calling for the ball. He's not well polished enough offensively. And yes, people saying he's skinny. Chet sets better screens than him, and Chet's skinny too. Sometimes it's just about understanding positioning and knowing when to roll. Like there's many things that he just doesn't get yet, which I'm not blaming him for. I wasn't expecting him to come in and be the best offensive player, but he does have flaws, and I think it's going to take him a while to figure them out. But the pieces are there for him to put it together and become a much better offensive player. But for now, I think Pop's not calling the shots and telling him, hey, look, we're going to Wemby every play, because he's simply, respectfully, he's not their best offensive player. I don't think he's that yet. And I don't think that's disrespectful to say. I think he's by far their best defensive player. Him and Zach Collins seem to be leading the charge of a pretty good defense. But offensively, I don't think he's their best player. And I don't think you run your offense through someone with as many flaws as he has, especially from an efficiency standpoint and the playmaking issues he has.
Real good to see Zach Collins healthy again. Real good to see Zach.
Very good, very good.
He could play, Big Ox. I wasn't sleeping
I like
on
Zach
him.
Collins a lot.
I wasn't sleeping on him, but I really like him as a dirty work dude. I do.
Yeah.
I really like him as a dirty work guy.
Zach Collins is probably only the third person out of Gonzaga I've liked. So.
Yeah. He was Portland's best rim protector.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much, but yeah, he is a good rim protector. I like Zach Collins. I was questionable by his ability to like defend in space. He's showing me more this year, so I like what I'm seeing from Zach Collins.
He's
Ron,
athletic.
who was the other two, Ron?
He can really move.
Ron, you said who was the other two?
Yeah, I actually expected Zach Collins to be a little bit better on offense, just based on his mobility, his ability to shoot and whatnot. He's not really he didn't become as good as I thought he would be on offense. But I mean, shout out to Zach Collins though. He's been playing good out there. I'm happy he earned a starting spot. A lot of people don't like it. They think that Wemby should be the 5, but it is what it is. Shout out Bones in the group chat.
Shout out to Denver South. Tried to tell you guys Denver South.
Bones in the group chat. Aside from his beef with a certain panelist up here, he really believes he's a Spurs fan. He really is like, yo, he's saying what Darmo's saying. He's like, Pop is a terrorist. Put him at the 5. Start Trey Jones.
I agree with start Trey Jones. Absolutely.
Smart kid, for sure.
Now smart kid.
I don't understand the Sirhan experiment, but when Ron said, well, we ain't really winning this year, we can experiment. I do agree with that. I think you can afford to try things out this year. You're not exactly championship contenders, so why not? But Trey Jones is definitely a starting point guard in this league, and he's the Spurs' best point
At
guard.
minimum for the Spurs, 100%.
1000%. So.
100%.
And he's been playing very good for them. The issue is he just can't shoot threes. That's the issue. But neither can Sohan. So at what point are you just saying you're just picking the bigger guy, which I don't like because Sohan's feel for the game isn't as high as Trey Jones.
Yeah, but Chilton, I can't believe you're giving a kid an out for not being able to score 7 feet away from the basket.
I'm not giving him an out, Big Ox. What I'm looking at is I'm looking at a young kid that doesn't really know what he's doing yet. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at a kid that's 7'4" with ridiculous athleticism and potential. I'm looking at a kid that's not sure about what he should be doing yet, and he hasn't had the game figured out. The fundamental aspect, I think what you're talking about is the fundamental aspect where, yo, I get the ball and I'm in the middle of the paint, I'm wide open, or I'm not being pushed. I should post up. Well, he does that, but then he clears out because, as you know, can't stay in the paint long. But then when he's actually in the paint, he does get pushed off the spot. Now, when he gets pushed off the spot, immediately he runs to the long ball line. He did that in Europe. That's his game. Now, he's got to be taught to stand his ground. He's got to be taught to push back because that's not his game yet. Once that becomes his game, and like I was saying, he starts figuring it out, I think then we're gonna start having a different conversation. But I'm just having a difficult time with a dude that I just got here. I just got here, Damo. I don't know the lady's name in HR. I don't know where to park my car yet. I just got the job, yo. Really. I don't even know what highways to take to work yet. I don't even know how to get to work. So if you can give me a minute to figure this out, Big Ox, I'll get it together. Hold on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Marz was 100% right though. Like we are blinded by the fact that Wemby's such an intriguing prospect. We're blinded by the fact that he's 7'4", can shoot, can dribble. Y'all seen that dunk that he got when he blew by KD last night? Dunked it with the left. That was over Nurkic or Eubanks?
Eubanks.
Yeah, over Eubanks. He does so many incredible plays that we ignore the fact that Wemby's a turnover machine right now. We ignore the fact that Wemby's not strong enough to really bang in the paint. He's big enough. He's just not strong enough. We ignore the fact that he probably doesn't rebound as good as he should for his size. We ignore the fact that he doesn't post up. We ignore the fact that he does shoot bad shots. The list goes on, which obviously you expect from a rookie.
You understand though, Ron? But the reason why that is, Ron, is because what you seeing from him, you see the potential and you expect it to be just like this. You expect him to pick it up just like that. Like we see him shoot the long ball. We see his ability to handle. We see his physical stature. Why aren't you a great rebounder as big as you are? The way you handle the basketball. Why can't you just get around guys? The way you shoot the basketball. You probably looking down at the rim. Why can't you shoot the basketball like that on the regular? So when we see these things from him, just from a potential standpoint, we expect it to be just like that. Only except it's not, because I still got to learn how to play at this level. I'm not sure that I don't know how to play at this level. I've said this to you countless times, Ron. When I come to the NBA, I am not a pro. I got pro potential. It's your job to teach me the pro game. That's your job. I'm going to put the work in 100%, but it's your job to teach me the pro game.
Well, he's been a pro.
At this level, I'm talking about in the NBA. You and me have had this conversation, Marz. The EuroLeague as a pro is not the same as being a pro in the NBA. I don't know the EuroLeague game. I don't know the NBA game. Or if I played in the NBA, when I get to the EuroLeague, I got to learn the EuroLeague game. There's different rules. There's different offenses. There's different. It's not just basketball. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot more complex than that.
All right, fellas, I got a couple more super chats. Let's go ahead and do this. MP13 said, it seems like the goalpost starts at winning a chip. Then if someone who doesn't fill some arbitrary checklist, then it goes to some vague idea about being a leader for the entire season.
Bro, you can say whatever you want to say, clown, right? Jabroni. It is what it is. You can kiss my ass, period. Ron, I want to ask Chilltown about that bad pick he made about the Cleveland Cavs. When I told them they were selling Cavs, Chill, what's up with you, Chill? Did I tell you the Knicks gonna beat their ass again? I told you, Chilltown.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Stand on that, bro. I need you to stand on that.
They play them again tonight, and I'm still sticking with the Cavs as the top 3 seed in the East. I'm still on that.
Is Darius Garland and Jared Allen playing tonight?
They haven't been. They have not been in the lineup all season. No Darius Garland, no Jared Allen. They didn't have LeVert last year. Last night they didn't have LeVert last night. Strus can't make an open shot. They missed their first 11 shots in the third quarter.
Dub tried to tell y'all.
I think that he did. Yes, Dub did. Dub absolutely did. I thought Donovan Mitchell did a great job in getting these guys open shots because all the defense was focused on him. Not to mention, contrary to what it looked like, Evan Mobley did a good job on Julius Randle last night. He forced him into a lot of tough shots. Not only did he force him into a lot of tough shots, he did push back last night, which is a positive for me. I'm still sticking with Cleveland as a top 3 seed. They're going to get it together. But as of right now, it does not look good. No, it doesn't. No.
Chill, how do you feel about Donovan Mitchell finishing the game with 26 points but having 20 at half?
Exactly.
Without a few of his starters.
Right. He does. I think he does have to take more control of the offense and his scoring. Don't get me wrong. He was getting a lot of these other guys involved because the defense was focused a lot on him. And he was getting a lot of other people involved, and these guys are just missing wide open shots. And he does have to take the onus that, damn, these guys aren't getting it done. So I got to be more aggressive offensively. But it's hard when you got 2 and 3 guys on you and guys aren't making open shots. That's difficult. It's difficult to do.
I think at this point in the season, he got to keep giving those guys the ball. He got to tell them to keep shooting the ball. Obviously, you want to win games, and I'm not saying it's not important to win games, but I think it's more important to get the confidence of your other guys and get them rolling than it is to beat the Knicks on Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like I said, you want to win that game, but if you're going to double team, triple team, you give those guys those shots. I'm happy with that decision. Pass them the ball, let them know that you believe in them, get that confidence up. I see that with the Suns and Kevin Durant. I think this time off from Devin Booker and Bradley Beal is good shit. If I'm Frank Vogel, I'm telling Devin Booker, sit down for a few more games, bro. We good.
Yeah, y'all crazy as hell. For them dudes to get behind the 8 ball, and when you start the season off with bad habits, and on the back, it builds up. The frustration and the tension builds up. You always want to start off well. You never want to put yourself. No, listen, you never want to put yourself in guys not being there available on a nightly basis, because now the lineups change and guys' roles change, and you need to be able to settle into a role. We used to have times, Bob, when you played, everybody settled into a role. They knew what their role was. Guys are going to show up and be available. That's how it was. Now it's not like that no more. Now it's you don't know who's going to play each night because the stars don't come out there and go to work each night. Only guys who do it, and we criticize those guys like Marz do, is guys like Julius Randle, who will show up every damn game, and you know he's coming to work. Those guys from the Knicks, they pretty much show up every night, go to work. You know what the rotation is going to be, you know what the lineup is going to be. All this in and out the lineup, take rest for games, all this other stuff. I'm not in the business of giving away games. I'm not in the business of losing games. I'm not in the business of not trying to have a great start to the season, because you never know how the season going to go. And now the situation with this team, with them having a situation on their squad that is a crazy situation, because the West is so tight and the West is so tough. Man, if these dudes get out to a bad start, man, it's going to be curtains for them. ASAP, and I mean curtains for them if they don't get out to a good start of this season, bro. They need to get out to a good start.
I'm not saying give away games.
But that's what you're doing. If you tell Devin Booker don't play, you're giving away games.
Look, you look at it. They lost 2 games without Devin Booker that they probably could have closed. They was in the game. They should have. Well, they definitely should have won last night, and they should have beat the Lakers too. So, what you just said was, it's not like it used to be. These guys ain't playing 82 or however many games you said. So, knowing that, I'm fine. I'm fine with getting my other guys more involved, because just like you said, you never know when the stars ain't gonna come out to play.
No, so I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you on getting the other guys more involved. I'm saying. Right. When you have a team, Bob, you need guys into their regular rotations. I need guys knowing when they're coming in, what they're going to do. When you have to rotate guys, I got to play you for 35 minutes tonight, but tomorrow night you can come play 18 minutes. Bro, that messes up the rhythm, chemistry, and the continuity of the team. This is why you can't win series in the playoffs. This is why it's hard to win a champampionship if a team has not had that continuity together throughout the course of a season. That is why what Chitchat say is important. The regular season is very important. You understand what I'm saying? It's very important.
I just said that. I agree those games are important as well. What I'm saying is, I want you to be ready to play however many minutes I need you. If I need you 7 minutes tonight, be ready to play 7 minutes. If I need you 15 minutes, be ready to play 15 minutes. If I need you for 38 minutes, be ready to play 38 minutes. Stay in shape, be ready to play. When your number's called, come out here and ball.
That's just being a pro. That's just that right there. That's just being a professional.
I don't need somebody sitting around like, oh, I'm only gonna play 18 minutes. I just need to be ready to play 18 minutes. Now you need to be ready to play.
I feel you coming from. That's not my point. My point is that you want your main key guys out there on a nightly basis.
Of course.
Because
I agree with you.
Especially when you got new guys together like Bradley Beal, KD, and those guys. You want that continuity to be built quick, so that now we don't have to waste later on in the season trying to build continuity with 3 guys that hadn't been on the court together. That's mainly what happened to the Lakers with Russ, LeBron, and AD. They never was on the court together, so they never got a chance to really get no chemistry. When you don't have a chance to get no chemistry, how you supposed to win games?
Hey, I agree with you. I want the main guys out there too. Like, you're not saying nothing wrong. I don't think you're saying nothing wrong. I agree with you 100%. Like, if I got these guys on my team, I want them on the court. Like, I feel you. I'm just saying that's just not the realities right now.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand, Big Ox, why you're not playing. What's the problem?
It's got to be a reason.
We've already had this conversation. I ain't asking you to play when you can't go, but knick-knack injuries, small stuff that you can play through. A sore hand, not a broken hand, not a torn ligament in your hand, anything like that, or a sore back, which can be fixed. Why aren't you playing? What's the problem?
Tell the truth, Chitchat. You telling the truth. And staying together. That's the no. I'm saying I agree with you. That's the problem, Chitchat. The guys don't want to play through that. They're not motivated. And see, what you do is this. What the Clippers did. What did the owner do? He said, I ain't paying you hoes y'all extension until y'all show me. Until I get a ROI, a return on my effing investment, I'm not paying y'all no extension. So now what do you see, Chilltown, that he didn't give them that extension? For the first time since they've been the Clippers, Kawhi and Paul George have played every single game together from start to season. That hasn't happened since they've been together with the Clippers.
Yeah.
This is the first time that they both played 4 first games of the season?
Go look it up. Nigga, they've only,
I don't gotta look it up.
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have only played like 38% of the games together since they've been in LA. That's a shame, bro.
I mean, it is a shame, but it's a shame that they got hurt. It's not a shame like, oh, shame on y'all. It's a shame.
Okay,
Like,
so,
damn, I wish y'all could have.
let's keep it up, Bob. Let's keep it 100.
I'm saying this is a
Let's
shame.
keep it
Like,
100,
damn, I
Bob.
wish you could.
They was hurt all that time. Now all of a sudden they don't get their extension, but now they're playing every single game. Get out of here, bro.
Well, that's how injuries happen. That's how it works.
I got money to play 70 plus games this year.
Better. Then you get healed. Like you don't just get hurt this year. And that means you got to be hurt all next year too. That's the point of the medical staff. That's what medicine and cast and all types of shit, whatever they use, you know what I'm saying? Ibuprofen, I don't know what the fuck they use.
Ibuprofen, man.
You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Ron, this man ibuprofen. Hey, Ron, so Bob,
I'm just talking about medicine, bro. Like, they're not going to get better eventually.
Bob, all of a sudden, we've been paying you all this time, and you've been missing games, load managing. We know what you've been doing. The NBA changed the rules because they knew what you clowns was doing. The dudes like Dookie came in here and blamed it on the medical staff and said it was the medical staff that was holding them guys back. Because remember, he said Kawhi and them was fully healthy. Dookie said the medical staff held them back. Am I lying, Ron? That's what he said. Why ain't the same medical staff holding them back now? What's the problem now that the medical staff ain't holding back now? Make it make sense, nigga.
How he know what's going on in the Clippers locker room?
Dookie say he got an inside line in the Clippers organization.
I don't give a damn about that.
I know who his source is. His source is the dude that got knocked out by his own goddamn security team, and that's Clipper Durrell. That's his source.
Yeah, well, I ain't taking nobody's word for it.
That's how they treat stripper fans. If you let Mookie go over there as a stripper fan, they'll knock his ass out too.
I'm sorry, Ladarius. I'm back with you. I'm good.
All right, so I got a super chat from Walker. Walker said Giannis played 61 games when he won a championship in the 2021 season. Kawhi played 60 when he won a championship in the 18-19 season. This is dumb.
Okay, first of all,
only 72 games in
right.
21.
That's number. You're right. That's first of all. So relative to him playing that, he would have played. He was on pace to playing over 70 games that year. So that's just not true. It was only 72 games. So he clearly played way more than he was supposed to. So give me a break, man.
Yeah, I think he just forgot there was 72 games and just read the games played on Basketball Reference.
Liam McLean says, so 3 games in, Spurs are playing for sure. But 3 games in, Scoot can improve. He's a bust for sure. Question mark.
Scoot does look bad.
He does.
Like really, really bad.
He definitely needs work.
But Darius Garland is like the worst player in the league as a rookie. So
what does that have to do with the fact that I don't care for the Suns? I assume that they hurt. I'm not assuming that they hurt. Bradley Beal is hurt. Devin Booker is hurt. What are you talking about? I'm assuming that they hurt. What kind of goofy ass shit is that? Like I'm making it up. They hurt. No, they not. I'm not making it up. They are hurt. And it doesn't make sense. I mean, turns out it's an ankle injury with Booker and Bradley Beal got a back injury. What are you talking about? I'm not making that up. I'm not assuming that.
They still win in the West. But man, it sucks about Scoot because they could have had Brandon Ingram.
They could have had another Brandon too.
I don't think they regret the pick, but I do think that Scoot is worse than they thought he would be, like coming out. But I don't think he's just gonna be terrible forever. But right now, he's definitely terrible.
So say load management, then goofy ass.
Well, they shouldn't regret
load management. What am I, psychic? I'm supposed to just read your mind? Stupid ass. What you talking about?
It's Marz, it's too late for them to regret it. You know what I'm saying? They already made the pick. They shouldn't regret it. They should be moving forward with their franchise, the day-to-day operations. They should be doing the best with what they had. Mm-hmm. But since I'm not a part of the franchise, I'm gonna sit here and just look at them and shake my head because they could have had Brandon Ingram.
Walker said, "Hey man, I'm cooked. Dub accountability."
Yes, he got cooked. Yes.
What's up, Walker? That takes a big man.
John Valina, what's up, panel? Is Chet better at the 4, or is Chet better at D after 4 games than Jokic career so far? Motherfuckers is on IG arguing, and I had to come to ask the boys while live. LOL.
That's obvious. He's a far better.
Chet's a better defender than Jokic ever has been. Yes,
and probably ever will be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
100% ever will be.
Yeah, and probably ever will be.
The same shit I say about Giannis versus Wemby is the same shit I'm saying about Jokic with Chet defensively. Chet right now, his rookie year, quote unquote, is a better defender than Jokic could ever be in his entire playing career.
These first 4 games have been more impactful on defense than all the defense Jokic has played combined.
I think it's wild as hell that the season literally started a week ago yesterday. A week ago yesterday, the season started, and that's how we talking about these dudes.
Yeah, that's what happens when we do a show every day. We're gonna have the most reactionary takes. Like, every time the Lakers lose, they're not making the playoffs. Every time they win, they're the NBA champions. Like that's what's gonna happen the whole season. So
For Marz, they're not making the playoffs.
I ain't
Just
gonna lie
let
to
us
you.
know they're not in the playoff race. They're more.
I didn't even know we played the Clippers tonight until I just looked. Oh man, wait till you hear the reactions based off tonight, tomorrow. Woo.
Exactly. When James Harden plays his first game and the Clippers lose, guess what?
Oh, don't let everybody be there.
Make the playoffs.
Don't let everybody be active and we fuck around and beat them. And like Torian Prince has like 20 terrorist allegations are defeated. I promise. He's no longer a terrorist.
Yeah, for 24 hours, Damo.
Facts. Then I see him miss a layup and we lose, and he's back on the list.
Hey, don't let us finally beat the Warriors without De'Aaron Fox.
What's the status on Fox, Big Ox? I haven't heard anything.
He's out.
He's out.
He's out. He's not playing now.
Okay.
But if we beat the Warriors without De'Aaron, I might be on the trade De'Aaron campaign.
Uh-oh. Get him out of here.
Hey, if we lose to Charlotte, get Ime out of here. I don't know what to say. Get Ime out.
Fire him.
We'll
Fire him. Get him up out of here. Garbage. His rotations suck.
Exactly, man.
Defensively, he has no idea what he's doing. Get him up out of here.
That's what we're going to be going through every game of this season. All 82 games.
Oh, my God.
Player's Choice Dave with the super chat said, I watched Wemby all last year and seen him struggle against the top EuroLeague teams. Kanye shrug. The NBA need this storyline, but he nice though. But I'm with Ox a little bit on this.
Yeah, man, shit. Dave no ball.
I mean, it was pretty obvious he wasn't going to be year 5 KD as a rookie. Well, it was pretty obvious.
He beat 17 KD last night?
Mm-hmm.
It took him getting raked in the face to end the game, though.
That was pitiful.
Yeah, it took him getting raked in the face because he clearly got raked in the face. Like, damn, yo, ref, call that. He's the referee.
None of them got a technical right there.
Yeah,
I would have lost my fucking mind. But you seen when he fouled him, Chitchat, you seen he grabbed his arm. You seen he grabbed his arm like, oh shit, my bad. Like he was checking on him. You seen that? Like that was he so obviously felt the skin underneath his fingernails.
Right.
He was just like, oh shit, my bad.
That's the trail official too. He's the one that's standing right there. The guy who's taking the ball out, so he's on the other side of the floor, and then you got the C that's right on the other side. That's the center. That's his call because they fouling at the end of the game. He should see KD. I'm not looking across the floor. I'm looking right at KD. That's what I'm looking at right now because that's where the ball is. That's my call. And to see KD get raked in the face and have no whistle, yeah, he's definitely going to get a call from the supervisor, and they're going to ask him, "What did you see right there?"
KD's supposed to be paying a fine right now, or somebody else supposed to be paying KD's fine for him. He should have lost.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have been that calm walking off the court. I'd have threw a fuck. Especially with Wemby screaming out the way he was screaming in my ear after fuck out of here. I'm making a scene.
I mean, with that being said, too, KD probably realized we should have won this game by 15 points. We let them come back. That was just some bullshit. Should have never been in that situation. That's the high road. I wouldn't have took the high road.
Hell no, I'm taking the back road all day.
Right.
With that being said, KD still got punked right there. There's no way he's supposed to just let Keldon Johnson just walk up to him.
He got raped in the face.
He couldn't see, Ron. He got poked in the eye, scratched over the ear. He was all fucked up.
Yo, if I push up on one of you guys, get to slap you in the face, clawing you in the face, doing that, what's your reactionary move? Are you guys just gonna freeze up?
He should elbow somebody in the face.
If we playing basketball,
he's.
I'm gonna lie. My first instinct isn't to hold on to the basketball. I'm gonna be honest.
If I get scratched in the fucking face, like right above my eye, right next to my eye, that's a sensitive area. If I get scratched, I'm sorry, I'm not the damn Terminator. I'm just not about to just take it. Pause.
I apologize that I feel pain. Like
As
My bad.
a
I think
basketball
Ron-
player,
got
you're-
pain receptors.
Mars, what are you doing feeling pain, Mars? Aren't
Yeah,
you a
my fault,
cyborg?
my fault.
What's
Let
wrong
me
with
just
you?
let me just
Yeah.
install
No,
in my
but-
software no pain DLC. Like, what do you want me to do?
But Ron, the thing is, I think he he obviously didn't let the ball go. Keldon jumped up and had full strength. He snatched the ball. But I think KD kind of was like, oh, I'm going to the free throw line. And it was kind of like, wait, what's going on here? Like, y'all seen that. Everybody's seen that. How many people in that arena? 20,000? That's a big arena, right? It's about 20,000 in Phoenix. They're like, it's 40,000 odds just seeing what happened to me. I'm to the free throw line.
Yeah, I get that.
Speaking of
I get
people
that.
in the go ahead, Ron.
I'm saying, as a basketball player, first off, in that situation, 2-3 seconds left on the clock, you're never supposed to just run to the corner, anyways. Second off,
That's fact.
if you run to the corner, protect the ball. Grab the
Protect
ball
the
with
ball.
2 hands. He had it with 2 hands, but I'm saying use your elbows, pivot, do something, be strong and aggressive with the ball. He just stood there like this. Another thing
100.
too, though, is if you're getting double teamed, somebody's open. Or use your dribble, KD. He just ran there and just stood there and literally just let him press him. I'm like, that was a bad play from KD.
Can I ask a
He did the
question?
same thing against Golden State 7 years ago when they trapped him baseline. The game where Steph Curry made that crazy three. He got trapped and then he threw it towards half court. Got a turnover. Iguodala got the free throws. I don't know if you remember that, but I mean, you think maybe 7 years later you probably wouldn't put yourself.
Boy
in
got
that
the
same
sharpest.
position.
Boy got the sharpest elbows
that's
in the
true.
world. Somebody should be getting stitches right now.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely. I'm not gonna say swinging, but I'm definitely
Just a
using my
good
body
pivot.
to my advantage. Yeah,
Well,
good
that's-
pivot
that's all I'm
with the elbows
saying,
up.
like-
yeah,
That's
But can
fine,
I ask a
but
question?
once you get scratched, I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I'm asking. All bets go out the window. But yo, Tiki, you here?
Damn.
Oh, I know what you. Oh, because speaking to people in the arena,
That's what I'm saying. Speaking
that's
of people
right.
in the arena, Tiki.
Wait,
Wait, I need Ticket to pull back up because I want to know how many games has he seen Brittany Griner at this season. I want to know, and I want to know his answer. I want to know how many games he's seen her go to this season so far. But he's not here, so we can move on.
Mhm.
He'll be back soon.
I hope so.
But anyhow, Christopher D sent through a super chat and said, I think if this Clippers team fails, then truth be told, I don't think it'll impact their legacies too much. These are washed up stars out of their prime, similar to the Rockets with Drex, Barkley, Dream, and eventually Pippen.
I don't think is anybody on this team washed. I don't think nobody on this team is washed. They're past their prime. They're guys that are past their prime, definitely. But washed?
And in '97, Drex, Barkley, and Olajuwon were not washed. In '99, it was over. Drex was already gone. Barkley was washed, and I think Olajuwon was over too. But
I think
and
one guy on
They
the
didn't,
Clippers
they
that I can
didn't
say
have
is washed.
social media. That's the difference. Social
The
media will
funny-
make it clear that they're going to get crucified if the Clippers don't win. If the Rockets had Hakeem, Drexler, and Barkley and lost in the social media era, it doesn't matter that they were past their prime. There's 2 MVPs, Clyde Drexler, who's made the finals twice, blah, blah, blah. They should have got the job done. That's where it would have been. But they didn't have social media. Now with social media, you could have a bunch of 39-year-olds on the team, but if they were formerly great and they don't get it done, someone's gonna hate somehow and say how they were never that good, blah blah blah. That's
You know
that's
what
what we're gonna do
funny
on this
thing
show. I
is,
guarantee it. If the Clippers don't win this year, at least 2 people across the Players Trades platforms will start talking about how James Harden's legacy is finished, Paul George legacy is finished, Russell
I'm already
Westbrook.
saying
At
that.
least 2 people.
I'm here.
So it's
You
gonna
got
happen.
2. You got 2. You got 2.
At least 2 people. So we can confirm that that's what's going to happen, despite the fact that they are washed.
The funny thing is, though, Marz, is Kawhi's the best one of the 4, and he's the closest one to washed. If you ask me. He's the closest one to being considered washed, in my opinion, and he's still the best of all 4 of them.
but you already know where I'm at with him, Ox. I think he out the league in 2 years.
I think he's coming off the bench behind Keegan Murray in the year.
Oh man.
Mm.
Hey, so since we're back on the Clippers, Chill started the show with the question about the Clippers. I have a follow-up question to that. Which player is most important to the Clippers' success? Like, which player can they least afford to go down?
Leonard.
Now look, I know they need both of these guys, but if they could choose, no, he absolutely can stay healthy. The other one, unfortunately, you got to go. Is it Paul George or is it Kawhi Leonard? I was in an argument with somebody yesterday. I was arguing with my brother, and he swore up and down it was Paul George. Well, I said it was Kawhi, but I told him I was going to ask you guys for further confirmation on what you think.
Well, shout out to your brother, man. Shout out to your brother. Makes really good takes, man. Shout out to your brother, man. Great take.
Paul George has already made it clear that he's not a number one on the championship team. He's already made that clear. Leonard has shown that he's a number one on the championship team. If Leonard doesn't get hurt last season when they're playing against Phoenix, I think at minimum that series goes 7. I'm not sure as good as Paul George plays that series would be competitive like that. And even though I've seen Paul George do something, even though I've seen Paul George play well in the playoffs, I think the guy that's the most important is Kawhi Leonard.
The best player is always the most important. I don't know a team where the best player hasn't been the most important. We hear it a lot. Oh, this player is the best, but this one's more important. It never makes sense to me. I don't understand how you can be better than someone but less important to the overall success of the team.
The reason why, Marz, is because the guy that's quote unquote more important, the guy that's the better player doesn't do everything that the guy that's more important does. So, for example, we talk about James or we talk about Jordan. As good as Jordan was, the other stuff Scottie Pippen did, and he did it more. That doesn't mean that Jordan wasn't a better player. It just took a lot of the onus off Jay because Scottie Pippen was there.
But we know MJ was more important than Scott. Other than Ox, we know MJ was more important than Scottie Pippen. So, despite the fact that Scottie Pippen, or he took the hardest matchup on defense, or he initiated the triangle, or he was the one playmaking at the top.
We need Jay.
So we still knew MJ was more important. Besides the fact that he was doing all those things, it doesn't make sense that you can be more important but not the best player on the team. To me, now other people say all the time, it's always confused me. I've never understood it. I hear it on the mainstream media. I hear it in the chat. I hear it in comments. I hear it just on the internet. I hear it on Twitter. Oh, this guy was better, but he was more important. No, like to me, just know that's an oxymoron in my opinion. So Kawhi Leonard is the better player. Is more important to his team's success. To me.
Does anybody believe Paul George is more important to the Clippers than Kawhi is?
I don't know.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it hot. I don't believe any of these homegrown LA fans that converted to the Clippers. I don't think none of these niggas is important. How about that? A group of LA boys that are Laker fans. Now all y'all repping the Clippers.
That's what I was about to. Who are Clipper fans, Damo? Are Clipper fans the guys that couldn't get in the club and now they at that club? Is that who they are?
Clipper fans are niggas who were little brothers, who big brothers dominated the TV and wanted to watch Laker games. So they was like, oh, my brother like the Lakers? I like the Clippers. That's who Clipper fans are.
Yo, Mookie, don't let him talk to you like that. Fight back.
He's a Kawhi Leonard fan. He's a Kawhi Leonard.
Let's be clear about that. Mookie, we talk about Mook being a Clipper fan. He's a Leonard guy. Let's be clear about that.
I know a lot of Laker fans now who are Cleveland fans 5 years ago. So
that's a fact.
They don't count as Laker fans.
And before that, and 3 years before that, they were Miami fans.
Yeah, so
and 4 years before that, they were Cleveland fans again. Like, yeah,
just say you're a James guy. Just say you're a James guy.
You're not a fan of the team. A lot of people are fans of the teams, which I don't think is a problem because the NBA is a player-driven league. Whereas, from my knowledge, the NFL is more driven by the franchises.
Right.
Like you're more attached to the franchises and the players. But in the NBA, it's players. You're attached to LeBron or KD or Luka or Steph or Jalen Green, whatever. But you're attached to the players, so you just root for the player, whichever team they're on. But a lot of them aren't. Like Domo's a Laker fan. LeBron leaves, he'll still be a Laker fan. LeBron's there, he's a Laker fan. Kobe's there, he's a Laker fan. Kobe leaves, Laker fan, whatever. He's a Laker fan. But a lot of people aren't. They're AD fans or LeBron fans, Austin Reeves fans, whatever. But so, yeah.
Hey, Nelly, send me the unwritten rule that said you had to be where the team is from to like the team. Show me that rule, please. Someone show it.
I'm not trying to be a London Lions fan.
I was born and raised.
I'm not trying to be a London Lions fan. I apologize. I don't want to do that.
I'm born and raised in New Jersey. I believe 49 red since I was a kid. So we'll
were they the best team when you grew up?
With the 49ers? Mm-hmm. Not when I first got up. Not when I first started liking them. They weren't that good, and then they became that good.
I was going to accuse you of being a bandwagon, but
I'm not a front runner.
I don't know what the NFL landscape was in 1922. So
no, it was more like 1942.
Oh, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, chill. That's a bad color to bleed too. And y'all going through some things right now, and I hope
Yo,
y'all catch it together.
I know we beat Seattle 3 times last year. I do know that for a fact.
I bet y'all don't beat us 3 times this year.
I know they're gonna beat y'all this year after that damn trade they made. Nah, we made
a trade too.
I know this is a basketball show. I know this is a basketball show, but someone needs to go and figure out what the hell is like the NFL is showing you. The NFL shows you when they want a team to really win because they just allow them to make the dumbest trades and just shit gets off. A couple years ago was the Rams. The Rams could trade a 4th-round pick and get an all-pro player. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Marz,
a 3rd-round pick for the 2nd pick in the draft, what, 2-3 years ago? How the fuck is Chase Young a 49er for a 3rd-round pick?
I'm trying to think of Marz, when you think about football, when you think about in the, I guess in the Liga, is that what it is? Or let's say Liverpool. The guy on Liverpool, the second best defenseman, right? Mm-hmm. And he got injured 2 years ago, right? He got injured 2 years ago, but he was integral in these guys getting good. And then 2 years later, people ain't really talking about him like that, but he's still awesome. And then 2 years later, he ends up on Man U for a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack.
I love when you give me these little football analogies to try to keep me in the loop. I love it. It's one of my highlights of the week. When we
that's essentially what happened with Chase Young. He's in San Francisco for a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack. I'm sorry, Damo. With the 176th pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the Washington Commanders select because that's what they traded Chase Young for.
I just don't understand how in the NFL, like, do picks just don't matter until they matter, right? They don't matter until somebody picks a good player, right? That is I could not fathom, like, I genuinely couldn't fathom somebody like, I'm trying to think who's a good. Can you imagine Trae Young being traded 2 years after he was drafted for 2 second rounders? That's it. Just 2 second-round picks for Trae Young 2 years after he was drafted.
And by the way, Marz, not just traded for 2 second rounders to the Warriors. That's where he at. He played for the Warriors.
To a contender. Not to just anybody. To a contender.
Yeah, that's what
for 2 second-round picks. You get an all-star level player. You get an all-NBA level player for 2 second-round picks, and you're a contender.
If that happened with David Stern would be on the phone like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on?
I'm about to say, what is this?
What the hell is going on here?
Hey, Marz, next PC weekend during the football season, we got to get you to a football game. Got to get you to one live, and vice versa too. Like when we eventually come out there, when the gang's in London or wherever we at in Europe, we got to go check out a football game too.
NFL games take way too long. I don't want to just be there for 7 hours waiting for them to run 6 plays. Like, I don't want to do that.
All right, that was just racist.
Okay.
Xenophobia? Is that what y'all call it? Is that what it's called?
He's being xenophobic to us right now. That's crazy.
I've watched like 1 or 2 NFL games. I watched like the Super Bowl in 2021, the one where Tom Brady won, whichever year that was.
2020.
Yeah, that one. I watched that one, and I watched like another game. It might have been a different Super Bowl, maybe like the year after.
So the game
started at 3 a.m. and I didn't go to sleep until 8 a.m. because the game takes that long. I don't want to do that.
That was the Super Bowl, though. Like, the halftime.
Yeah, you got the halftime show.
Who performed that halftime show?
Yeah. That year?
I don't know. I went to go make food. I wasn't staying.
Halftime shows? Let me tell y'all something, man. Anybody take their kids trick-or-treating last night?
No.
I did a little bit. I did a little light trick-or-treating with the daughter.
Let me tell you something.
We went trick-or-treating, but I was trick-or-treating. He was...
I know what Ox better not say. I better not hear Ox say that them kids didn't get no damn candy because you ate it. I know that. I know that.
Nah, Chitchat. I mean, I took my taxes, of course, but
here we go.
This is America.
You gotta take the daddy tax, man.
First of all,
this is America.
You taking me trick or treating, Dad? Okay. First of all, the M&Ms, do not touch those. Those do not belong to you. The M&Ms and the Snickers. Right. Don't touch that. Those do not belong to you. Now, if you want to mess with the Butterfingers, if you want to mess with the Butterfingers, go ahead and knock yourself out. Right? If you want to do that, if you want to mess with all of that other stuff with the coconuts in it, good. Don't touch the
coconuts.
Chill. Them Almond Joys is trash, right?
I'm good. I'm straight on the Almond Joys.
Trash. I was in an argument about Almond Joys last night too. I'm hearing Almond Joys is top 5.
Garbage.
Who
Just
said
this,
that?
you know how it
Top
goes. This is
5,
America.
Damo?
Gotta get my
Top
taxes.
5?
Nobody said Almond Joy was the top 5. Those are top
That's
5
not a
worst
real
candy
person.
ever
That is an
invented.
imaginary friend.
Almond
that said
Joys are
that.
garbage.
There's no
That's
way.
disgusting.
trend.
Nobody
Garbage.
eats those, Ron.
Garbage.
But what I'm saying is,
Who thinks that?
go trick or
You would be surprised.
treating. Go trick or treating. And what I'm saying is, the costumes are immaculate.
Right.
I'm not talking about the kid costumes.
Right.
I'm talking about when did Snow White costumes get like this?
Oh, adults take Halloween.
Oh
Adults
God.
take Halloween real serious, yo. Yes, they do.
Hey,
Don't
I've
get
seen
me-
a
don't get me-
Pink Power Ranger boy. Whew.
Right, don't get me started on Catwoman.
Hey,
Where's Almond Joy ranked in your top chocolates?
Top 5.
Top 5 is in what?
Like what number?
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Three? That's terrible.
Three?
You know what? Oh my God, that's terrible.
No
man.
way.
Why?
Ron, tell your lady
Ooh.
that's terrible. Tell her that's terrible, Ron.
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
Ron, tell her two
Yeah,
thumbs
you have it
down.
right now.
Garbage.
2 thumbs
You don't
down.
have to flip it in.
Oh my
Hey, I mean,
God.
you can take a horse to the water. You can't force him to drink.
What's the
But-
only 2 chocolates above the Almond Joy, and what are the ones directly below it?
Right.
What the hell?
Brack said send her to hell.
Yo, but now I gotta ask you guys. I gotta hear what's everybody's top 5 chocolates up here, or top 5 candy bars. What y'all got?
Snickers is number 1. We all know that, right?
I'm gonna go with Twix. Twix,
It's a smart man right there.
Twix, Snickers, M&Ms, the plain ones.
Mm-hmm.
Hershey bar, and what am I thinking about? The candy in the box.
The not the dots. You talking about the milk duds?
Milk duds, absolutely.
Milk duds, yeah.
Milk duds.
But don't y'all sleep on them 100 grams. 100 grams are crazy. So I got to go Snickers, 100 grams.
Got
Baby
100
Ruth.
grams at 2. Baby
Yeah,
Ruth at
what?
3.
Baby Ruth, Milky Ways, and Twix 5.
I'm gonna go Snicker. I'm gonna go Hershey's. I'm gonna go. I fuck with 3 Musketeers personally. I'm gonna go. Damn, top 5 candy bars. I'm gonna go Milky Way, even though that's kind of like 3 Musketeers, but I still fuck with Milky Way. And I'm gonna go.
I'm glad you said that, Damo. Take Hershey out and put Milky Way in there.
I can go Twix at 5.
Yeah, Twix got to be in that top 5.
Nobody
Somebody
has
said
Reese's.
Rolos. Shout out Rolos.
Marz,
Reese's
do
are-
you-
Buttercups.
To me, Reese's are overrated. I
Yeah, I'm
fuck with
full
them.
of them.
I'm good on that.
I think I ate too many when I was young. I can't fade it no more.
Marz, you have a top 5?
I haven't even
You gonna say
heard
some of
shit
some we ain't never heard of.
Yeah, I haven't even heard of some of the stuff you guys listed. So.
You gonna start all types of lollies.
Marz, enlighten us. I mean, we got European followers.
I don't really. I mean, I assume most of what you guys just named was like chocolate bars, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So in England, they got, because when I was over there, a lot of stuff like Fig Newtons and stuff like that. They eat
Oh
that kind
yeah,
of
you
stuff.
was over here in the Civil War because
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Nah.
That kind of stuff like
Big
that.
Moons, ain't
Yeah.
that a cookie?
Yeah. They call it biscuits, actually.
Biscuits, that's right, bro. My bad.
Yeah, cookies are different to biscuits. Yeah. Chocolate bars. I don't really eat chocolate. I don't really like sweet food, to be honest. But Snickers are nice.
Mhm.
There's a Mars bar. I'm just gonna put that in there for
It's a
just
fact.
simply 'cause it's
Not
good.
you, Mars. Not you.
I'm gonna just put it in there simply by the name.
Mars
I'll
are
put it
actually
in there.
good though. Mars bars are actually good.
Yeah, I'll-
Wait, are those Milky Ways? That's what
No,
somebody said.
what a Mars bar is what Mars said about what's that show that they on? Why am I drawing a blank? The show with you and Dub and Open Gym. Mars, and you said that Open Gym was basically a low budget panel. That's what Mars are to Snickers. It's a low budget Milky Way. That's all it is.
That's crazy.
I'm just picking it simply because of the name. I don't know if it's actually top 5. But I don't really like Twix. I don't know if Twix has a different recipe.
Man.
In the US maybe. But from when I ate it, it wasn't that nice. I hate peanut butter, so Reese's
Good.
disgusting.
Reasonable.
What else do we have? Someone said Ferrero Rocher in the chat. I do like that, but that's premium chocolate. That's like
What they called? What you say?
Ferrero Rocher.
Oh yeah.
But they
My
just
girl love them
expensive.
shits. Me and my
They
girl
just
love them
expensive,
shits,
so
and she
you
gotta
just
buy them.
you just can't. I'm not gonna lie. That's you gotta be in a certain tax bracket to be able to get those.
Yeah, you get what you pay for when it comes to this
Hey,
chocolate.
that's Marz, say that shit again, because she thinks shit's sweet over here. Like, hey, look,
Yeah,
you can do shit
I'm-
every now and then. I don't know what you
Unfortunately,
got going on.
we ain't got the financial security to be able to get Ferrero Rochers whenever you want. That's a festive occasion when you splash out on the Ferrero
Like
Rocher.
steak.
Yeah,
y'all gotta get them the dove.
It's very nice,
things.
but you can only really have them 2 or 3 times a year, special occasions, because you just can't afford them to have them regularly. So, but they're nice. I do like Hershey's, like cookie and cream. That was kind of nice. We got Kinder Bueno, which is okay. I don't know if you guys have Buenos over there.
I don't know what that
I know.
is.
Oh yeah. Marz, when I was in Germany, we obviously had like younger kid teams and whatnot. We used to train kids, and they used to go ballistic over those. So I was like, man, I gotta try these. I gotta see what these are about, because every day y'all walk in here and y'all got these damn Kinders, all type of flavors, all different color wrappers, yada yada yada. So I'm like, man, I gotta try these, and I just wasn't really moved by them. Maybe
But they're very popular over here. Like,
yeah,
that's like the go-to chocolate. If you want chocolate, Kinder Bueno, that's what you get.
Yo,
Then
somebody gave my son a Mr. Beast bar last night, and he lost it. Dad, a Mr. Beast bar.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's the
Mr.
Mr.
Beast.
in
I guess.
Walmart.
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Beast. I didn't know he had candy.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got
they got
motion.
a chocolate
Mr.
bar, and
Mr.
then
Beast got
he
motion.
got a restaurant, like not
Yeah, he got a
restaurant,
fast
but
food, like the burgers and stuff.
Yeah, the burger and fries and type shit, which I'm not getting them because they just be making them. They got Taco Bell making you Mr. Beast burgers. I'm not with that, so I'll never
That's
do
crazy.
that. But yeah, he out here moving for real.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know I'm out the loop. I'm an old nigga, so.
I had what you call it. Adam Jones. said a little bit earlier.
I'm sorry, Ox. I'm the old nigga on the.
You can't take that comment. You can't take that
My
comment.
bad.
You can't take his credit.
My bad.
No.
Oh, don't forget about Carmelo's.
But in a good way, though.
Carmelo.
15 West. I forgot about the Carmelo's.
I didn't know. I must be young.
Wait, is that a chocolate bar?
I don't know what that is. I don't know
Bob,
what
you
that
eat
is.
Mello?
Chill out,
I've
man.
never heard of that.
Whoa.
Y'all never had those?
I'm in a different country, so that's my excuse.
I've never heard of a Carmelo.
It's
No.
the purple. It's the purple and gold wrapper. It's chocolate. It got caramel all inside. Fire.
They got
Right.
Carmelo inside.
My little cousin put me on those like probably a little over a decade ago, and I ain't been the same.
They still getting sold now?
Yeah, I mean it's not Carmelo Anthony's candy or nothing. It's actually
No, but like some just don't
Oh,
get
like-
bought much, so they just stop being.
Nah. They're thriving, alive and well. Every corner store.
I've never heard anyone talk about it.
Paydays
Yo.
used to be fire. Yeah, Paydays used to be
They
fire.
still are fire.
You know, I can't do it. Dude,
What?
You know? I got a tooth back here. You know, I done ate way too much candy. I need to chill out. I'm
I
damn
just
about
don't
to go.
understand how Twix ain't as high up on you guys' list as me and Chill. I
Number
think
5
it's
is
clear.
respect. I'm about to go get in some of this candy right now if we keep talking about it.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Big Ox. Okay, because that ain't your candy. That's what you're not gonna do. All right.
Out there eating
You
the
never
kids'
too old
candy.
to
You gotta be
trick or treat.
ashamed of yourself.
And Damo over here co-signing talking about the dad tax. Get out the candy.
Hey,
Damo.
first of all, she ain't paying not near bill in here. All right, so I'm taxing. Hey,
Okay,
if you got three,
I love
three
that.
Snickers,
And
if
you
you
know why
got
I
3
love
Snickers,
that?
I'm getting one.
Because
if you
just so
got
we
a Twix,
clear,
let me get one.
33% tax, Damo.
33%
I'm
insane.
doing like 15%.
just so we clear
High tax rates over here.
that new person that live in your house, you brought him in the house, Big. You brought him in the house, just so you know. It ain't like they just showed up on the street and was knocking on the door and you could have been like, nah, I'm straight. No, you brought them in here. That's why I was gonna make sure we clear.
But no, that's
I mean, that-
fair for you though, Damo.
to be
'cause
fair,
your-
it's only
your-
a once-a-year
your
tax.
Your daughter a lot younger than my kids though. So.
Yeah, she
No,
won.
no,
She don't even need all that candy. She don't even need all
Yeah.
that. But to be fair, I ain't touched her candy yet. to be
Yeah,
super fan. And
hence the term.
I hear her down there right now already about to dig in the bag, like as we speak. So she already getting off. I ain't even get my daddy text in yet. She had a little bit yesterday because she was tripping because she kept seeing the candy on the bag, but no one opened it. So she started wilding a little bit, like, all right, nigga, somebody gotta give me candy. So I already gave her a little bit of candy yesterday. So yeah, I'm definitely taxing. If there's more than one if there's more than one Snicker in there, I'm taking one until you pay a bill. I'm daddy taxing.
It's the term yet. Don't leave the yet out. You heard that.
Why did it take your time? You went taxing on Halloween?
I was not. No. Mm-mm.
He's got.
You better than me.
I'm getting all my get back from the 90s.
I was not.
I was getting like half of my candy took.
Yo, before I read that super chat, I do gotta ask you guys, and this is a moral question. I didn't do it, but I just want to know, would you guys do it? If you guys are trick or treating around the neighborhood, and you guys obviously know it's that one house, one or two, where they don't feel like
I'm dumping a whole bowl in my bag. Yes, I'm dumping a whole. Since day one, when I see people doing that, I've always, if I see candy and there's nobody behind me, the only time I might let it slide, I might just get a handful if it's a bunch of people behind me. But if I'm the only one,
so we got another scumbag on here. That's what we got.
Wow.
So we got another scumbag.
He's the only one.
No, you already know you're the president of the Scumbag Club, Marz. But now we have another scumbag in Damo, because just so you know, Damo dumps the whole bowl. Damo shows up. It's 8:00. Damo, it's plenty of us out here. All that candy ain't for you. Just so you know, not all of it. That's why she got a big ass bowl out there. That's why it's a big bowl. It wasn't like it was 2 pieces of candy. It was a big ass bowl out there. And she didn't put that whole bowl out there for your ass. Okay, so we got scumbag number 2 up there. Okay,
hey, Jay, you want to know how bad of a scumbag I am?
Really do Halloween over
I'm taking the sign that says "Take one with me too." I'm taking the sign. The sign that says "Please take one." That's with me too. That's in the bag.
What I'm trying to do.
I'm going through the candy bag at the end of the night.
Ron, I'm not trying to.
Please take one. Please take one. Be considerate.
I'm trying not to get the scumbag on me, Ron. I'm trying to keep it off me, but I'm around these scumbags and it's getting on me. That's what's happening.
Damo, when you was living in Sac, did you go trick or treating? Yes, I did. Like, did you hit that like Land Park area by the zoo in Greenhaven and shit like that?
No. When I went trick or treating in Sac, I was a sophomore, so I felt like, all right, this is probably like my last year doing this shit anyway. Like I was like, all right, I'm right at the edge, so I'm about to go crazy. We literally, that's when I was at Florin. We basically stayed in that whole area and was just running through blocks over by Florin.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, but my sister, Ron, to answer that question though, my sister would have never let me do that. Dump the whole bag and the whole thing of candy in there. My sister
used to be on that type time too, but what's she gonna do? Tell me to go home? Take my candy?
Shit, my sister could have took my candy. Yeah.
Or you put it that way. Yo, Ticket, you want to chime in? You got any favorite candies?
Nope.
By the way, it's also criminal that nobody said white chocolate too. You know, me being a milkman and whatnot. When you got the white Reese's or the white Twix. You know, I'm just saying, putting that.
Damn, man.
You ain't say no white chocolates. Did you get
I said Hershey's cookie and cream. That's close.
That's fire.
Mixed chocolate. Yeah. It's like where you at,
mulatto chocolate. Okay.
Yeah, mulatto. Hey, them actually really is fire though. I remember when I first got a hold of those, I was like, yo, this is changing the game. But y'all said Hershey's. Hershey's is just too basic for me. It's just straight chocolate. Like, I need something in there. I need peanut butter.
That's the idea, Ron. What the hell are we doing?
I get that, but I need like that's like saying, what's your favorite car? You say, oh, Camry.
No, that's not the same thing. No,
why
not the same thing.
It's a regular basic car. I need something souped up. I need some rims on it.
I love a Camry.
Oh, man.
I love a Camry.
Wi-Fi in it.
Yo, have you seen the 2022 Camry? Motherfucker got sport mode. They got like 3 different modes and shit. Like what?
They're doing like 42 a gallon.
Wi-Fi in it.
And they're reliable. You get a 22 Camry, you good till 2048.
At least.
Bro, I could feel that.
Put 250,000 miles on that.
I could fill that up in Portland, drive to Sacramento, and not have to get gas until I'm on my way back through Redding on the way up. So, come on, bro. Better get with it.
I guess
He
I'm
was
just over the
covering.
top. I need something like that got some tints on it. I need something where the top could drop back. I need something with a little flair to it. I need something where I could pull up and I don't got to say nothing. I just wink and it's on.
Mm.
Hey, but
Well, see now, if she's economically sound, you winking at camera, and she's gonna jump in the passenger seat. She's gonna be like, "See, here's a brother with a plan. This is a brother that's taking me places."
Mm-hmm. And we staying too.
Mm-hmm.
all right. I'll consider that next time I'm out car shopping, I guess. All right. We got super chats, more and more super chats. What you say, gang? Said, how do y'all feel about Shaq saying Wemby is like BolBol? I personally think it's wrong, to be honest.
Are you an NBA Hall of Fame? Okay. Well,
Yeah, well, if you ask me, BolBol clears.
No. I ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised so many people are going hard on Shaq for his takes on BolBol. Y'all do realize BolBol and Shaq's sons were like good friends growing up, and BolBol used to be at Shaq's house all the time growing up. You can even find clips of like viral memes that Shaq's had where BolBol is in the video. So Shaq has a bias for BolBol, like a clear one. So I'm not surprised that he's still praising for BolBol, which he should. I'm not gonna lie. Use as much pool as you can. I have no problem with him doing it. With all that being said, he's absolutely right. There's no way y'all seeing Wemby do this and being like BolBol shouldn't play. Fuck out of here.
He's got of the 4 games he's played, he's got 3 DNPs.
Crazy.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? It means I don't understand why I don't know why he's not playing. I don't get it. I'm just making an observation. Why is this dude not playing?
Okay.
That's all.
I thought you were trying to say he was bad.
No, I'm just trying to figure out why he's not playing. That's all. Especially considering last night when I watched the Knicks in Cleveland and I had to see Porter Jr., Sam Merrill, Donovan Mitchell, not Okogie, I'm sorry. What's the kid? Okoro and Max Strus on the floor at the same time. That's the 5 that was on the floor.
Cleveland's are going through an injury crisis.
Right. That's who was on the floor.
Shout out to Monty Bates, by the way. He's played 2 NBA games.
Monty Bates played last night too. Meanwhile, BolBol can't get off the bench with this Phoenix Suns team that's also injury riddled, that needs paint protection, that needs a rebounder. Why can't he get off the bench? What's the problem?
Neither of those things.
BolBol and Chimezie Metu could have got some minutes.
BolBol, if there's 2 things BolBol isn't, is a paint protector and a rebounder. That's 2 of the 3 things he's not.
And he's never going to play in Phoenix. He's not, because that's who Frank Vogel is.
Offensively, I think scoring wise, he can score, but it's everything else he doesn't do, which is the problem. But if you want to say Wemby and BolBol offensively are the same, I mean, if you remember what BolBol was doing in high school in Oregon for those 11 games, he was projected to be a lottery pick. He just got hurt, and then everyone started getting scared, and then he ended up going to like 49th or whatever. But he was shooting like 59% from the field, 40% from 3 at Oregon for 11 games. Everyone was pushing BolBol, lottery pick, hurts his foot. He still was expected to go in the first round. He was down on the floor in draft night. That's where like normally the first round picks go. And then he's just there sitting by himself, and the 52nd pick comes along, and then he gets drafted. You could see his face. He was triggered. And then he hasn't played ever since, which is, I guess, unfortunate. But people forget that BolBol was a highly touted prospect.
He didn't get a fair shot in Denver. I don't, unless they just didn't see something in practice that warranted him playing, which I still don't think that's the case. He just didn't get a fair shake, at least to prove himself on the court. And then when he went to the Magic, I still don't think he was that bad in Orlando. I thought
he was good, actually.
I thought he showed he could be a serviceable piece on a team. Not saying a franchise player, but at least a role player. There's no reason why he shouldn't get minutes. I think he at least showed that. Now he goes to Phoenix, and it's just the same shit as was in Denver. I don't know what's going on in these practices. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know. Shit's weird. It's like
y'all don't respect Drew Eubanks. Was y'all not watching him last night? Y'all didn't see that crazy ass block he had. Y'all didn't see some of them dunks he had. Y'all don't see him protecting the paint.
What are you talking about? I just think when you're talking about a guy like Frank Vogel, you got to play to the strength of the coach. And the strength of Frank Vogel is defense, rebounding, paint protection. He does care about offense 100%, but the other stuff he cares about that more. And a guy like BolBol, if he doesn't do that, in the words of Marz, at all, it's going to be really difficult for him to get off the bench.
Yeah, in his defense as well, his position isn't hurt. Like the people in front of him, Eubanks, Nurkic. I'm assuming at some point one of them will get hurt or have to sit out a game or be low managing, whatever it may be, and then he'll have the ability to get some minutes. Even with that being said, I don't know if he's going to get minutes over Chimezi Metu. I don't know if he gets minutes over who else they got. Udoka. I don't know. Maybe they move KD to the 5. I don't know.
Yeah, he's at the bottom of the totem pole right now. Chimezi Metu will definitely get minutes before him. So will Azubuike. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I don't know. But he's at the bottom of the totem pole. Definitely.
And he in practice in Denver getting his ass bust. Aaron Gordon is destroying him in practice. That's the problem. Cruz, what up, homeboy?
What up with y'all, man? What's going on?
Hello.
What's up, Marz? What up, man? Damo, what up?
What up, bro?
What up, my guy?
What up, Ox? What up, man?
That was a civil introduction.
We all civil over here.
It was a civil song.
In the States, Mars, we are civil. We have some civility about us.
Mm.
I know in England y'all invented the shit, but we do it over here too. I could say hello without cussing you out, even though you're a scumbag.
Yeah, there goes all the civility.
There it is. When it comes to you, absolutely.
Great.
Super chat from John Lyons. He said, on average, when do you think the game slows down for the players, and when do you think the game will slow down for Wemby with all of his flaws?
I think that guys, I'm on record. I think by year 5, you are who you are. I feel like, but when you get later on into your career, like maybe 7, 8 years, that's when you really see the game from a different pace. Like you'll see guys playing where they're playing a little slower, where they see the game steps ahead. Like Joker watches the game during the game while he's on the floor. He sees the game steps ahead, and he makes plays that he didn't make 3 years ago because the game looks slower to him. And I think he's a little more advanced today in terms of an IQ. So I think around like year 6, 7 is when it starts to slow down for guys.
I think it depends on where you came in. If you came in as a low IQ player, you're looking at maybe a decade. If you came in as an intelligent player, maybe like 5, 6 years. So for Wemby, I think Wemby's a smart player. I think 4 or 5 years, I think the game will slow down for him. He'll figure it out. And I think for the first few years, he's going to live off his physical tools and still be a very good player. Kind of like how LeBron James lived off his physical tools for a while and then started to develop his game, and it slowed down. He understood more. I think that's probably the trajectory he's on. He can still be great early on, but you won't see for like maybe 4 or 5 years really what he can really do.
Now, also too, Marz, when I say slow down, I mean like I got this figured out. I don't mean it's slowing down. Like if we're in the process of it slowing down, okay, 4, 5, 6 years. Like Jordan in year 8, like in 1992, I felt like I got this thing figured out. James in 13, I think that was the slowest the game had been for him. At that, but up until that point, I'm just bigger, faster, and stronger than all of you dudes. Giannis is another example. I was just bigger and faster and stronger than a lot of you guys. He does put his head down and go to the basket a lot, but I do think that he's figured out more of the game today than he did 3 years ago.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
All right, y'all, keeping it pushing. Winner sent through a super chat. Said, I know the panel always says don't count the Warriors. Don't count the Warriors, but do y'all think they can win this year considering they have been looking good or before they retire?
As a Warriors fan, which I am, as a Warriors fan.
Which you were or you are, Marz? Which one is it?
Hey, look.
He's back.
They've started the season well, so I have to be a Warriors fan now. They're 3-1. They won road games. So as a lifelong Golden State fan, which I have been, I think we can win a championship this year. I think looking at this.
Wow, Marz. You have no shame.
Zero.
Hey, let me finish what I'm saying. I haven't finished. So looking at this roster, we got Steph Curry, still one of the top 5 players in the world, playing fantastic basketball, shooting the 3 well, getting to the line, playing extremely great at the rim, mid range, blah blah blah. Steph Curry, we know what he does. Klay Thompson looks like Klay Thompson was a couple years ago. Doesn't look great, doesn't look terrible. Just Klay Thompson chugging along, doing Klay Thompson things. Chris Paul just replacing what Jordan Poole was doing. slowing down the game, not being erratic, not taking terrible shots, not turning the ball over, being that steady force that they need. That we need, my fault. We need Jonathan Kuminga taking that jump that we have been longing for as Golden State fans. Wiggins hasn't really got into his groove yet because he missed a lot of last season. He's finding his legs. He's shooting like 10% from three. He'll figure that out. So we got another elite defender, Andrew Wiggins. He's going to do what we need. Kevon Looney, we know he turns into Moses Malone in the playoffs. Then we have the depth of guys like Trace Jackson Davis, who's played well for us. Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, Dario Saric is slowly chugging along, figuring things out. Can be like Nemanja Bjelica. Brandon Podziemski looks pretty decent. Don't know how much he's going to play, but he looks decent. Draymond Green can still anchor that defense. I don't see how any team wants to play us in the playoffs. I think if we see any team in the playoffs, if that's the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Suns, the Clippers, they don't want to see us. So I'm gonna be honest. I see the way forward for ring number 5. And if Steph wins ring number 5, there's some serious conversations that need to be had about who the best player of this generation is.
I got a question for you, Damo, real quick. Did you hear a lot? I don't know. I'm getting older, so I mean I got to wear glasses for reading and stuff like that. My hair, and I still hear pretty good. Did you hear in that soliloquy that Marz said? Did you hear a lot of us and a lot of we in that? Because that's what I heard.
Absolutely.
I just want to make sure I ain't going crazy. I heard a lot of us and a lot of we in that, and I'm 100%. I'm 100% confident that Marz made it clear that he was married, and he was married to the Houston Rockets. So how did we go from being married to the Houston Rockets to us and we with the Golden State Warriors?
Let me teach you a life lesson.
Please, I'm very interested there.
50% of marriages end in divorce. So let's just start there. That's the statistic. 50% of marriages end in divorce. That doesn't include all the other marriages where a divorce just isn't optimal for financial reasons. That's probably like another 20% of marriages that technically are divorced, they're separated, but they just ain't legally divorced because you really can't afford to go through all of that. So you just stay married, but you're not together. So 70% of marriages end up failing.
Right.
And a lot of the times people go back to their exes. It is what it is. Whether for whatever reason, maybe it was just sweet over there. So they forget all the bad times. For whatever reason, they go back to their ex. So I'm just saying, I'm just in the majority here. I mean, the marriage ended in divorce. The marriage, it was cool. It was an amicable split. But hey, Golden State figured their stuff out. I don't know what to say.
You never even said why y'all broke up, by the way.
So what happened was, you see how I can be a fan of a team for a certain player. See how I was a Houston fan. We all know why. It was one player. It wasn't for Steven Silas. Or Jabari Smith, or whatever. It was for Jaden Green. One player being on the team can also be a reason I don't root for the team. If a team has the worst big man in the NBA on their roster, maybe I don't want to support that team. But they've since traded him to Detroit, so maybe I could just slide back in.
So I'm clear.
I told Golden State, hey, look, we need to split. I don't like how this is going. I think we need some time apart for you to really figure out what's going on, because right now you're not. We're not working together the way we need to. So you just do the right things. I'll give you a year, figure it out.
Ron, what this sounds like to me is that
now I've returned.
So let me make sure I'm understanding you correctly, Marz, because this is what it sounds like. It sounds like you are having an affair, and you're having an affair, and now the girl you're having an affair with, you don't like her sister, but then her sister now goes away, and now you get back involved with her sister, yet you're still married. And your wife is actually
marriage other than a piece of paper, for real.
Hey, man,
what rules are that? Oh, the government gave me a piece of paper, so now I must stand by it? No. I mean, hey, man. If I see a bright light at the end of the tunnel, I'm gonna go explore the tunnel. I don't know what to tell you. So, hey, I saw the Houston light. I explored it. The Golden State light is welcoming me back. And if the Golden State fans don't welcome me back, I will stay there forcefully. It is what it is. So I'm gonna be there. And as a Golden State fan, lifelong.
Nasty Cruz. I just want to put that out there.
As a Golden State fan, lifelong, I look forward to ring number 5.
That joker, man, the Warriors is his baby mama, man. All he did, he went over there one night. You know what I mean? He said the Warriors is his baby mama. He went over there one night, said, man, look, man, I want to be back with my family, man. I miss my kids. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? She said, okay, they got it on, then now they back together. Man, hey,
the family was split up. It wasn't good for the kids. Like, you were having to share custody. Like, no, let's just all move back in. Let's figure it out. It's all good. And now we're back. So all this nonsense about marriage, this marriage, whatever, man. Hey, we never
Paul.
technically divorced. The marriage is still there.
Well, Marz, the thing about that is if y'all don't love each other and you stay together just for the kids, usually that ends way worse, man. That could be a detriment too. Y'all should go to therapy. Really find somebody that you love, Marz. You know what I'm saying? Work on you, brother. Don't just be bouncing around.
Hey, look. The year apart did us a world of good. I think it was great for both of us.
This is
Golden State really found themselves. They went through some hard times on the roads. Couldn't win games on the road. They went through some hard times. I went exploring with Houston, the second worst team in the NBA. we both were just finding ourselves over the past year. We just wipe the slate clean. Whatever happens in the last 12 months doesn't apply to either one of us. We just forgive each other. We forgive and forget. And we just carry on like we just went from 2021 to 2023. That's what happened. We just skipped. We just skipped the last.
All that stuff in the middle. All right, I can get with that.
Yeah, we just skipped that. We both mutually agreed. We both just forget about what's happened over the last year. So as a Golden State fan, like I've always been,
I think Chris Paul stabilized them though a little bit. You know what I mean? He brings stability to them. The turnovers been down. That's been a problem since they've been together. The turnovers. And
So she stopped partying and she found an equal balance with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
She stopped going out with her ratchet friends. Jordan Poole.
The reason why she made the changes I think she needed to make for me to come back. And yeah.
Cruz,
what about the changes you need to make, Marz?
Let's talk about that.
You, Marz.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
That's crazy, Marz. She was fighting her inner demon. Her inner Draymond was fighting her Jordan Poole. They was fighting. You couldn't stay with her through the tough times, man. That's messed up.
Now, Cruz, you said that you said that that Chris Paul stabilizes them. The question with Chris Paul is, can he continue to be that? Because we saw him last year. One, he broke down. He also went through a pretty bad shooting slump too.
Yeah. But what I mean by stabilizing it kind of gets he brings his mind. Everywhere Chris Paul, we can't agree. His problem is health, so we're gonna throw that out the way.
He food on defense too, Cruiser. He is food.
Yeah, he food. He food, but it kind of helps Steph because I think that will hurt Steph versus the Lakers series. Lakers basically turned Steph into a point guard. That's what won the series. He was no longer getting his shot off. He was around about 20-some points a game, but he was more of a distributor. You know what I mean? And Clay wasn't hitting shots, and they needed Steph to be that. But Draymond won himself. I think if they got Chris Paul 25, 30 minutes, Steph can be his old Steph. And you see in the benefit of having a smart guy this early, 4 games, but you see the benefit of having a guy like Chris Paul there for Steph. You see his numbers, man, is just if they can keep it up, I think they like the Patriots of the basketball. They a good team. They're gonna be there every year. Nobody want to play them. You know what I mean? You don't want to go on a 7-game series. You confident every team, I believe, confident, we're gonna fight, but you know, like, damn, we gotta run around this joke for 7 games. You know what I mean? So I think they're a tough team to play. They don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, we're very dangerous. I can't wait for ring number 5, man.
This is nuts. All right, y'all. Keeping it pushing.
And if we lose tonight, back in Houston, I don't know what to tell you. If we lose tonight,
damn, one argument and you moving out. You just moved back in, Marz. What the hell?
Don't you see what you're doing to the kids, Marz?
Be like that.
Oh man, Marz.
Just moved back in, literally. We already moving out.
Yeah, but if I see she hasn't really fixed up and she was just pretending, so
maybe you are the problem, Marz. In the words
of maybe she started the season well trying to be like, oh look, I fixed up, and then I joined back. Oh, we're back on the same foolishness. No, I'm not staying for that. No, we good. I'm gonna go back to where I came from.
Man, that's messed up, Marz, bro.
You gotta remain. You gotta show me that you're gonna stay the same.
Marz, well, you can tell y'all must have got child support over there in London, bro. hey, you come over to the States, boy, you done.
Woo! Marz.
Yeah, Marz.
You don't got child support over there?
We need to hold like $600 a month just for one
child. Marz, answer that question though, Marz.
I mean, the country does, but I mean, it doesn't. It's not as because a lot of British people aren't.
Where my damn passport? I'm packing my shit. I'm packing my shit.
It just becomes like mutually agreed in England. Like people don't really like going through the legal route of you're obligated to do this and that because it just takes too much time. So you end up just kind of agreeing on hey, when I need money for the kids, you kind of just gotta help me out, that type of thing. Instead of well, you're obligated to pay $7 million a month. Like we don't do that. But hey, I'm gonna be watching Golden State versus the Kings. If they lose, Houston.
They
If
Golden
you beat
State
Charlotte,
tonight?
I'm back.
Are they in Golden State tonight?
Are they in Golden State tonight?
I think so. I think so. It was a shot.
With no De'Aaron
It was a
Fox,
shot.
there's no excuse to lose.
I mean, I act like Malik ain't gonna. Never mind. I'm just gonna watch the game. I ain't gonna talk no shit.
Yeah, it's in Golden State tonight. It is.
Nobody has any predictions to this game since we're on the
Yeah,
topic.
Kings by 6.
Golden State by 26.
Golden State should handle these dudes.
I'm about to
Their
say, yeah, they should whoop
primary-
their ass.
Yeah, they should handle these dudes.
No,
Their
they
primary
shouldn't.
ball
I don't
handler-
think we good. We good without De'Aaron.
No, you're not.
What?
I actually think you're
let's-
underselling how close of a
Alright.
game this is going to be.
Okay,
Yeah,
y'all
I
watch.
do think
Just
it's
watch.
underselling.
If the Golden State
Golden
Warriors
State-
have
Golden
Golden
State
State
want me to leave. That's why I figured out they want me to leave. So they're going to lose tonight on purpose, and I would be.
So
back
they're
at
doing
Houston
this just to
tomorrow.
push you out the door, Marz?
Yeah, I've realized they trying to get rid of me, and I'm just trying to tell them I'm not that easy to get rid of. But really, and truly, I am that easy to get rid of. So yeah. So when they lose tonight, I will be a Houston fan tomorrow, and then
They made a movie about that, Marz. What's that shit? What was that? The one where she killed his daughter's rabbit.
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction. What the fuck, Marz?
I've done it.
Damn a movie that's going on in real life. Jada Pinkett Smith is trying to get Will to divorce her. Like she's actively trying to
Well,
get
she's a
that man to
victim.
divorce her.
She's a victim.
Bro, do y'all remember the Red Table Talk? I seen it. I didn't catch it the first time, but I seen it the other day. You know they asked Will, like, why y'all ain't divorcing? The first thing she said was, it's cheaper to keep me. In front of his face, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Hell,
yeah,
right
I was
now
like, damn.
she's trying to get him to divorce her because if he does, then you know she get her half. And he's like, no,
Would you do what Will do, Damo?
hell yeah. Hey, you just gonna have to. Hey, just embarrass me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just embarrass me. You not taking half. No, not with this being what you want. Hell no. I'll get embarrassed.
Quick
But
side.
you gotta do a lot of working.
Quick
Get
side
the-
note, Ron. Quick side note, Ron. Every
What's
time
up?
I see that chick, I just want to get in the shower and just like take all my clothes. She just gives me the heebie-jeebies. She just does. Every time I see her.
Oh, that went a different way from where I was.
Every time I see that chick, she gives me the
okay.
heebie-jeebies.
Hey,
I just want to. You ever seen what's the name of that movie? Bruce Almighty. Remember when he like flung his clothes off? That's every time I see her. That's what I want to do and just jump in the shower because I'm like, ooh. Every time I see her.
With the type
Every
of
time I
money
see-
Will got and the type of lawyers he'll have. There's no way she gets half, bro. She cheated with her son's best friend, bro. There's no way she gets half.
Hey,
She
chill.
did not
You
cheat.
talking about-
She did not cheat. There was an
you talking about
illegal
Jada Pinkett
separation
Smith?
at that time. It was a legal separation, so it's not adultery or none of that shit like that. And I don't know what their parameters were for their marriage or whatever it is, but
Okay,
and
but
I'm
if it was a
just outside looking
legal,
in. I'm just
if it was a
outside
legal
looking in.
separation, then what's the big deal? She can do what she
Hey,
wants
chill.
to.
You
Y'all
talking
need to
about-
leave Jada ass
She's
alone.
legally separated,
Yes.
but a divorce and a legal
hold on,
separation are
chill.
two different
I
things.
got a question.
What
She's
I'm
trying to
saying-
get a divorce. So
What
she's
I'm saying is,
shit.
Damo, is if they was legally separated then, and if that wasn't cheating, then they need to leave Jada ass alone.
Hey, listen. Hey, y'all listen.
I think people were past the August
Hey,
thing
chill.
at this point.
Just say this version. Because that Jason Leary version of Jada Pinkett. Ooh.
Every time I see that chick, she
Jada
just
Pinkett
gives me.
Jason Leary. Oh man.
Hey,
time I
you
see
you you right now. Chill. I'm with you right now. The whole hippie-jibbies thing, but back then
Yes,
Hey,
Jason Leary. Oh man.
she had me ready to do the Bruce Almighty too.
This
But-
is and this
let's
right
keep-
here.
let's keep
This right here is why dudes end up in one-bedroom apartments eating top ramen after they had a great job. Because that chick, this is what she looked like on the surface. In reality, she is the devil. I'm telling you that right now. Stay away from her. That
Chill not lying. He's spitting.
Ugh.
Yeah, ain't there nothing wrong with one-bedroom apartments and top ramen.
No, it's not. No, it's
I
not.
like ramen. I don't know what to
No,
say
it's
about
not.
it.
No, it's
I
not.
personally feel like she's a victim, but whatever.
A victim
All
of
right.
what?
No, chill. We got
Hell no. Hell no.
Chill.
Nah,
Nah, I'm
disgusting, man. Hell no.
Damn. Adam say she a sucker puss. God.
all right. I got a super chat from MP13 though. MP said, "Chill. Playing through small injuries compared to ending the season healthy. Compared to ending the season healthy and a decent sample of minutes played together doesn't seem in favor of toughing it out. What's your thoughts on the process?
So
What's your thought
no,
process?
there are. I don't think that there's any team that's in the playoffs, especially going deep into the playoffs, that's 100% healthy. I don't think that there's any team that's doing that. I think every team in the playoffs is beat up on some level. And they didn't just get beat up when the playoffs started. They were beat up when the season started. They were beat up throughout the season. And they were able to manage those small knick-knack injuries. And again, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, even though I am. I want to make sure that I'm clear that I'm not asking you to play through things that are unreasonable. I'm not asking you to play through a slip disc in your back or back spasms, because back spasms are something ridiculous where you can't hardly walk. I do understand that. But when you're talking about injuries that are manageable, like a sore hand, when you're talking about a sore hamstring, not a pulled hamstring, but a sore hamstring, when you have training staffs who can manage that, right? When you have people who can manage that sort of stuff, that does not negate you from not being able to play. And I'm not asking you to do something that's out of the realm of what you normally do. Marz, you do not have to go to work if you have 112 fever. I'm not asking you to do that. But Marz, if you got a headache, can you not take a couple aspirin and come to work? Is that ridiculous to ask? I don't mean that you got a migraine where you can't, like, you got to go sit in the room in the dark and because you can't see. I'm talking about like you got a headache. Yo, can you not take a couple aspirin and come to work? Is that ridiculous to ask? Because that's essentially what I'm asking when it comes to these guys, especially this early in the season, because we have guys. I mean, damn, the season just started. You should be in the best shape.
Hey, chill. He put that there because that was when he wrote that. That was when y'all were talking about Devin Booker. Devin Booker came into there with the toe injury. He played the first game, but he hurt his ankle.
Re-aggravated? So he re-aggravated, or was it different?
He played the game versus Golden State with a toe injury, but he re-aggravated that same foot at the end of the Golden State game.
Another thing though, chill. Like, and I'm not saying this about Marz. You know, I'm not you, Marz. I'm not coming at you, but I'm just saying, like, you asking Gen Z to come to work with a headache. Gen Z won't even go to work if their best friend got a headache. You know, it triggers them.
I gotta stay home.
That's so triggering. Why would you ask me to come and my friend has a headache? Oh my god.
All right, y'all. Keeping it lit. Got a super chat from Terrell. He said, can't even get me no Swedish fish because Damo dumped the whole bowl in his bag.
Damn, y'all, I like Swedish fish too.
Don't let the Swedish fish be in there. I'm taking the bowl.
All the Swedish.
I'm taking the bowl.
Take all of them, Damo. Take all of them.
Taking the bowl too.
What the hell is Swedish fish?
Oh my god.
Oh, you don't know Swedish fish? Oh my god.
I thought we were actually talking about fish.
Nah, it's a candy. Swedish
And I'm
fish.
telling the whole neighborhood you took it too, by the way, Damo, because we know you.
Why did none of you guys?
I'm telling everybody. I'm telling everybody.
Eat all of it for everybody in school tomorrow
This is the dude who took all of them. Damo took all the Swedish fish.
And I'm on the block the next day. 7 bags of Swedish fish. What's cracking?
Yeah, y'all gonna have to fight me because
Facts.
they could have. They brought Swedish fish into this. It's on. I need all of them.
None of you guys put Swedish fish top 5, but you're all here caping for Swedish.
That's not
It's
chocolate.
not a candy bar.
It's not a candy bar.
It's like, yeah. I don't know.
It's like gummies. It's like gummies.
Yeah, it's like a gummy. Basically.
Gummies. They look actually like little red fish.
Oh.
On the block the next day is crazy. Super chat from Brand C said, Ron say his favorite season winter. If it ain't snowing, he ain't going.
Oh shit!
Hey, I do
spitting,
agree.
brother.
Winter is the best season. No cap.
That's
Winter Wonderland, baby.
basketball season.
No,
I'm trying to go skiing. I ain't gonna lie, Ron. Next time you go skiing,
Hey, it's about that time
I'm
too.
trying to hit the slopes.
This all shit. Give the snow coming about 3 more weeks. It'll be out there like.
No, say y'all might not like Snow Angels. I'm a fan.
That's crazy, man.
D Barber 1313 said Ron talking about I need something flashy, not playing like a Camry, then pick Trey over Luca. Make it make sense. Yo, D Barber. All right, okay. Luca and exotic, Luca Bentley, Luca, I don't know what, Rolls Royce, Luca one of those, but that don't mean Trey a Camry.
You're right.
You still stand on that tape, by the way? You still stand on Trey over Luca?
I'll plead the fifth.
Trey's a
Yes or
fiat.
no question.
Trey's a
Yes or no
fiat.
question, Ron.
It is, but It's convenient that Ron chooses to just say he's just a host when he doesn't want to answer a question.
Right.
Yo,
He's been using that cop out a whole lot.
I walk that back. Like, obviously, Trey not Luka right now. Luka is in a different realm. Luka's on a whole nother planet right now.
Trey's a Mini Cooper.
Man, Trey's a Tesla. He's a Tesla, man. Put some respect on Trey. He a Tesla.
And that's
Everybody got them shits now. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody got
I
Teslas. I don't know if y'all seen the price of Teslas. Them shits about the same price as a Camry, but it's still like perceived better.
W Tesla.
Man, at the least, Trey a Ferrari. Y'all hate.
What the fuck? Okay.
Trey not a Ferrari?
No.
How many Ferraris are in the league?
Ron, do you know what a Ferrari is?
You got your Treys. You got your
No, so
Trey,
when you say trays,
They all
like,
Ferraris.
when you say trays, you saying trays like there's a bunch of different guys like this. How many Ferraris are in the? Do you know what a Ferrari is?
Yeah.
Trey is not a Ferrari. No, he isn't.
Why is he not a Ferrari?
No,
Trey, he's a top.
He's
3,
a
4
Corvette.
point guard.
He's a Corvette. He's a Corvette. How about
vet?
that?
Top 3
He's a
point
vet.
guard.
Yeah, he's a vet.
You got Steph, Luka.
Ferrari.
Trey like a Prius.
Steph, Luka, and then Trey's right there. Trey's 3.
Yeah. Shout out to Dame, man.
He's
Dame.
better than Shea?
And Dame.
Yeah.
Nah, he's not better than Shea. He's not even better.
You better than Tyrese
Let me
Halliburton?
stop, Let me stop. I was about to say Reese next. I was like, is he better than Reese?
Because I know that's wrong guy, so let me just ask the question.
Reese is starting to enter that conversation. I'm starting to weigh that.
He's not
Reese
better.
five,
He's not
though.
better than De'Aaron, Ron. He hasn't been better than De'Aaron for about
I might say
2-3
he's not
seasons
better
now.
than De'Aaron.
Another
At this point,
Ferrari.
no.
So Trey just plummeting down everybody's list right
No,
now.
not plummeting. No, not
He's
plummeting.
not plummeting. It's just guys are better than him. Guys are either
He's top
better
10,
than him.
easy
Trey-
top 10.
Hey, I don't
Trey
know
is
how
a-
many guys can.
Trey
I don't know how many guys
get
see-
911 Porsche. He could be that.
I'm not gonna lie. Trey Young,
Porsche ain't bad. Porsche ain't bad.
LaMelo Ball, like Trey Young, LaMelo Ball, like LaMelo's really like right there, like trying to push through. That's what Trey is, and I think LaMelo's a Corvette too. So
I think Trey's more of a Porsche. I'll give him that. He ain't a Ferrari.
Trey like a Nissan Maxima.
No.
All right, we clearly got to change topics because I see what this is turning into.
Nasty.
Adam Eden said, "Start bench cut on loyalty." James Harden, Jada Pinkett, and Marz.
How the hell am I here?
Talk to us, Cruiser.
I'm gonna start Mars. I'm gonna cut James. I'm gonna bench Jada.
Let's go.
I'm gonna start Jada, bench Marz. Start Jada, bench Marz, and cut Harden.
Because she could bounce, Big Ox, at any point. She could definitely bounce.
Wait,
Yeah,
how am I benched?
Mars, we just talked about.
you're still unloyal.
What are you
You're
talking
generally still
about, Mars?
unloyal.
Hey, but Mars, listen. One thing you can say about Mars gonna at least show up though.
Mars gonna double back. He gonna keep doubling back, but that's still traumatic, you know.
Cruz, you ain't loyal when you show up to your baby mama house once every couple of months. No, that you ain't loyal. Hell no. Hell no.
Wow.
Marz, the crazy thing about it is, you either looking.
Hey, chill. No, he normally she bring the kids to him. So every couple months he go get the kids. So it's different, you know what I'm saying?
But
sometimes you gotta go through there and
considerate.
he gotta go through and tune that up a little bit. You know, that's all, you know. That's how it be.
Mars
You
will
guys
show
are
up to get
haters. This is crazy.
Mars will show up to get a plate. That's really what he's showing up for.
That's
Hey,
wild.
moving forward, boy.
Playing the hot shower.
That's it. That's really what he's showing up
The
for.
massage.
A hot shower? What is he, homeless?
That boy trying to get a deal
Hey,
on the
she got one of the fire ass showers though. Hey, she got
okay.
she got the tub with the jets.
Jacuzzi
You know,
tub.
Marz go in there, he get him a nice bubble bath. She
If you think
massage
she was
him.
if you think she was living that good, then I would have moved out in the first place. What?
I mean,
What?
the
Y'all got 4 rings, Mars. Y'all have
It
4
was an
rings.
NBA championship 4 times in 6 years. Mars, how much better could you be living?
Hey, Marz, nice things get old
I have
sometimes.
high standards.
You know?
I'll tell you, I have high standards.
How much higher
Marz,
could
you
that
got
get?
lavish habits.
Oh, you went to Houston?
No, he does not have high standards.
Hey,
No, he does not.
Mars go
No,
over
he
there for
doesn't.
tax season.
No, he doesn't.
I mean,
Marz
chill.
go
You
over there
usually
for tax
cheat
season.
down. I mean, logically thinking you would cheat up. A lot of people cheat down.
Marz does not have high
It's
standards.
Sometimes you gotta go down, boy.
It was a mutual split, and then whatever happens in the last 12 months happens.
You still haven't given me a satisfactory answer on why you split. You still have not given me a satisfactory answer.
Why?
Because they lost a couple of home games, Showtime. They lost a couple.
Because you involved me in this, Marz. That's damn why. Okay, I wasn't involved in this until you brought me into it.
The problem is society. Everyone want to be involved in everyone else's relationships. Why does it matter why I split?
The White Howard talking about stay at his bedroom. You the one invited us in. Nobody up here cared about what was going on in your bedroom until you started talking about this. Nobody up here.
Marz, you and Dwight should probably close your bedroom door.
Nobody cared about what you was doing.
Not the same door, Marz. Don't go in that room, Marz.
Yo, Marz.
It's no one's business but mine why we split. I mean, I know why I split, and I know why I'm back, and I know why I'm gonna split again if they let me down. I know why, and it's just between me and them. That's it.
Marz, to answer this super chat, my thing is it's not necessarily the Rockets and it's not necessarily the Golden State Warriors. My thing with you and your loyalty is I see it. I put two and two together. I don't know if your eyes are like this. You know, people that got the eyes that go, both ways. Or I don't know if you cockeyed and your eyes is going this way. But I know that one eye is looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder. We've heard you say that. And one eye is also looking at the Detroit Pistons. That's my thing. Was I don't even know if you're gonna go back to the Houston Rockets. You might end up in Detroit with Donald.
So let's think about this logically. There's 30 teams in the NBA.
Talk to me.
There's 30 teams in the NBA. If I'm looking at 4, that means 26 I'm not looking at. So statistically, what's that field goal percentage? Like 88%? And we're hanging on me because I missed 12% of shots. Like, come on.
Good shit, Marz.
What's the problem? So because 12% of the time I might miss the shot, you guys gonna hate on me when I'm shooting 88% from the field on loyalty. 88%.
88%.
That's what I mean about hate. You can't please anyone. I'm here being 88% loyal. You hating me because 12% of the time I miss.
Marz, he kind of swaying me, Chitchat.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know why he's not swaying me? Because Marz, isn't there a specific spot on the floor that you're the best at, and you go to that specific spot? That's your spot right there. As good as you are overall, where you're 88% from the floor, but in this specific spot, you get to that spot, you money. That's your spot.
Yeah, but the problem is when you only have one spot, then you can get game plans against. We've seen Giannis. He tries to get to the rim. Guess what? They build a wall. Guess what? Now he's good. But if you're a versatile 3-level scorer, how you gonna slow me down? I can shoot from the 3. I can get to the line. I can shoot in the middle. I can get to the rim. What are we talking about?
That boy good.
All we talk about is versatility. Versatility. Now I'm out here being versatile. We hating on me.
Yeah. That boy good.
You can't please anyone. We here praising Wemby because he's 7'4" and can score from anywhere. But I'm here trying to be versatile and we hating. I'm at 88% sure we hating because I missed 12% of my shots. It's crazy.
Hey Marz, if you do end up leaving the Warriors indefinitely for good,
which is going to know.
Because I could use some jets on my back. I'm saying like my team. It's not like I left my team. My team, like my chick got stolen, and she got flued all the way out to the East Coast, specifically Oklahoma City. So I'm like, I could use some. I'm technically homeless right now. I could use a nice home cooked meal. Just saying. Just let me know.
Yeah, Ryan, you came up show.
I just don't appreciate the hate that's being put on my name. Like I'm the bad guy in this situation.
Y'all coming back, ain't y'all, Ron?
They talking 2026. They're saying us in Vegas, obviously. So we'll just have to see. Word on the streets is that it's set in stone, though. It's definitely about to happen.
Vegas. Ron sitting in the dark. Ron sitting in the dark.
They gonna peel guys from other teams like they did before.
That's what I'm assuming. How did like the old expansion processes work? Because I've always wondered.
Teams protect, I think 6 players. I think 8 players, and then
have an expansion draft.
Everyone who's not protected, so the bottom 7 of every other team who they didn't protect, the 2 or the 3 expansion teams draft a 15-man roster from those guys.
You have an 8.
So you about to get BolBol.
So
we're gonna finally let him off the leash. As a matter of fact,
that might be the way for these guys to start getting the opportunity.
Yeah, honestly, do y'all think those two locations are like the best places they could?
I don't think Vegas is. I don't think Vegas is.
Yeah,
I don't think Seattle should have lost their franchise.
First of all,
that's fair.
So I think just bringing them back, I guess, is just them righting a wrong. Even though from my experience of the 2 days I was there, they don't really care about the NBA. But that's maybe because they don't have a franchise anymore. Maybe if they had a franchise, they'd care more. So I don't know.
Well,
Vegas
Marz,
just
It
doesn't.
wasn't even basketball season. Marz.
not
No,
only that,
asking people,
Marz,
do they watch the NBA? And they just say no.
just so you know,
They know
Marz,
about the NBA, they just
and
say
that
no.
was when they lost
I
their
don't think
team.
they've
That
had
was
since
15
2008.
years ago. So it wasn't like they just lost their team last year. It was 15 years ago when they lost their team. Number one. Number two, there's a number of different basketball cities in the NBA. Seattle is at the top of the list of basketball cities. New York is a basketball city. Boston is a basketball city. Seattle is a basketball city. The NBA needs to be back in Seattle. Of all places, it needs to be back in Seattle. 100%.
I just don't get how a team can have a championship and not have a franchise.
Damo, you got a problem with Vegas?
Yeah, this is what
I
I'm
don't
with.
know. Personally, I got a problem with both. I think. I mean, one. I don't. Obviously, I definitely understand.
Be careful, Damo.
Seattle should have never lost their team. I definitely understand that. But hey, man, you snooze, you lose. Hey, tough titty. Give somebody else a shot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Send basketball somewhere else.
Who's somebody else?
Hey,
Kansas
hear me out.
City.
Hear me out.
Albuquerque.
Hear me out. Wait, not even that. Hear me out. Let's start breaking some. Let's start breaking some barriers. Let's start breaking some borders. Mexico City,
Yeah, let's
baby.
Breaking Bad in Albuquerque.
Let's
That's
break
about
some
it.
borders. Let's send a team down to Mexico City. That way, all the Americas have a team. You see how basketball's taking off in Canada. You see what's going on with Canada now. All these players coming out of Canada. You're telling me y'all don't want to see Mexicano representation in the NBA? You get one good guy down there to now, instead of being the Maple Jordan, now you're the jalapeno Jordan? Come on, gang. You changing the game. You changing the game down there in Mexico. So now you got all the little Mohicans and Mexicans growing up to really want to really want to play ball type shit. Like that'd be dope.
Mohicans.
That'd be dope.
Damo, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Damo.
Yo,
Let the record state that I
Jordan.
support basketball in Mexico. I'm with you on that, Damo.
Jalapeno Jordan, Taco Hero, and Churro Doncic is crazy.
And Jose Alvarado.
Taco Airway.
The Puerto Rican facts.
Taco
Facts.
Airway.
I guess.
But yeah, man, send a team in Mexico.
Right,
Send a team in
Rondo?
Mexico City. And hey, I ain't gonna lie, we had this segment on Let's Keep It a Buck where I basically had the same pitch. Chat started going in with the names. It was one of the funniest shits ever. Rajon Rondo was up there. Miguel Jordan, that was another one. That shit was hilarious. I'm trying to think of a state that needs a basketball team that's not Washington.
Damo, it isn't one. Outside of Vegas and outside of Seattle, you can't possibly give me any logical city that doesn't have a basketball team.
Kansas City is very logical.
No.
I ain't gonna lie.
Kansas City, St. Louis, Baltimore, no.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Ron.
Alaska.
Low key. Nah, let me stop. But Ron, I'm gonna be super honest with you. Give Alabama a basketball team over y'all.
Yeah, Alabama, Mississippi.
Give Alabama a basketball team. Give another team in the South on the East. So you have a team in the West and have a team in the East. Mexico City team, I guess we consider West because the Toronto team is considered East, even though technically it is geographically on the East. But then, hey man, Alabama. I don't know about Mississippi. I'll never go to Mississippi. But Alabama, I think they should get a basketball
So the
team.
Birmingham Bumpkins is what you're suggesting right now.
I think Birmingham
Bumpkins is fire.
I think the Birmingham Bumpkins deserve a shot over the city that already had a basketball team and lost it for whatever
Let
reason.
the Bumpkins rock, man.
Facts. Let the Bumpkins get their shot. Nigga said South Carolina. Nigga, nah, nigga. Y'all can enjoy Charlotte. Nah, nigga, nah. Y'all don't get no team. Nigga. Big North Carolina shit. Or Virginia. Send a team to Virginia. What's wrong with Virginia?
Virginia Beach would be good. Virginia Beach would be tough. I like that.
I would say you only could do probably Norfolk, Virginia Beach, or like one other place. But
I'm taking all these teams over Seattle, to be honest.
I stand with Albuquerque, Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? Let's get something in there.
Yeah, chat wild with the Birmingham names right now. I'm not even gonna repeat some of the things y'all just said. Yo, Adam Eaton's nuts.
What's wrong with El Paso?
Man, the Mississippi Pickens.
Oh my god.
And now we was we was rolling. Now
not cruising.
the Mississippi Pickens. Wow.
That's crazy. Mississippi Pickens. Nah, you can't get them niggas a team now. That's crazy.
That might be worse than Cum Bucket. That might be worse than that.
Man.
It's
Cruiser,
not.
you just single-handedly shut down their bid right here on Player's Choice.
Yeah, man. Damn, Cruiser.
Oh man.
Yeah, but like I said, I think El Paso ain't bad.
That Texas,
Yeah,
Texas don't even know the team.
Yeah, Texas.
Either way it
3
goes,
teams already, don't they?
So
yeah.
That's too many.
it's the great state of Texas.
Man.
Man, I'm still big. My biggest thing is instead of even if they do go back to Seattle, which I do agree, Seattle shouldn't have lost their team. So I'm fine with that. Even if they do go to Seattle, man, fuck sending everybody to Vegas because then shit's really gonna get rigged. Everybody don't need to be in Vegas. Everything doesn't need to be in Vegas. Send that shit to Mexico City. Let's all the North America as a continent should be represented in this great game.
Kidnapping kids in Mexico City. What the hell gonna happen with
Oh
the
my
NBA
God.
team down there? The hell?
Stay on the resort.
I mean, Mexico City can be just as corrupt as Vegas, but I like all of those locations. I like Mexico City. I like Vegas. I like your Virginia Beach too, or Norfolk. I like that. Other than that, it's kind of like I'm not trying to hate on anybody's city. I know I seen Raleigh needs one. I see Cincinnati in the chat. I
Raleigh
see St.
what?
Louis.
Raleigh, I know not North Carolina. What
Yes,
the
Raleigh did.
Raleigh,
Raleigh
No, they don't need what?
Toast the Goat talking about South Dakota.
All right, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now South Dakota's
Nah. Maybe Cheyenne, Wyoming, or something. But
They already got a team up there in Minnesota. They straight up there.
Boise, Idaho. Or no, is Boise in Idaho? I might have said the
Yeah,
wrong
it
thing.
is.
It is. All right,
It
then
is.
I know my geographical location.
I mean, Portland right here, and then Seattle about to have a team. So if you're gonna do that, you might as well just get back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't bad. It was. I'm talking about the city of Vancouver. The city of Vancouver is dope, but the way that they ran it, that's why they ended up moving because they had no idea what they was doing up there, none whatsoever.
Nigga said NC
Little
has a
Rock,
team.
Arkansas.
We have the Hornets. The Hornets are in Charlotte, gang. We have a team. What are we talking about?
But we can y'all
Damo,
y'all
NC
need
needs a team.
Y'all
Nigga, we
need
have
a team. Y'all need a team in Charlotte. Y'all don't need a team
Oh
in North
no,
Carolina. Y'all need a team in Charlotte.
We need a team that's not filled with criminals. We need an uncriminal
Uh-huh.
team. I feel it. We need a rebrand. That's what it is. You gotta get them the fuck out of Charlotte. That's the problem. Niggas in Charlotte going crazy. Get them the fuck out of Charlotte. Hey, now
Eddie,
I take that back.
I don't mean no disrespect to Little Rock, Eddie. I don't mean no disrespect, but come on, man.
The Little Rock Niners. Ew. What?
No fucking way.
Home of Scottie Pippen and Derek Fisher.
It's wet. You sit down you go to the hotel, you sit on the bed, your butt is wet. Somebody trying to play no basketball out there.
I guess we don't have a host anymore. What happened to Ron and the yes. We had one, but we don't have one no more.
We can get to some super chats.
Yes, let's do that.
JAG. He's talking about Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. So what about the defense Kawhi played that year? Anyone have any thoughts on Kawhi's defense in Toronto?
He was good.
I think it was excellent.
Yeah, he was good. Kawhi Leonard was a top 3 player in the world at that point.
Kawhi did his job, man.
He did.
I don't agree with that, but teach Darren. Anton, by tickets logic, Bron would win 6 with the Bulls. You guys think LeBron would win 6 rings with the Bulls?
I don't see why not.
I think so.
I think he wins 9.
Oh yeah, he never would
He's
have.
not a quitter.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't quit.
Gotcha.
Oh, Ron's back. He can read the super chats now. Welcome
Who
back.
quit?
You know who?
Nobody. Nobody.
All
We
right.
ain't talking about nothing.
Gonna say I don't want to be a whistleblower or anything, but all right. Eleanor with the super chat. He said, "Who you taking, Ron? Luka or Trey?" Hey, as crazy as y'all might think it is, it's not ridiculous to take Trey in certain situations.
Whatever.
All right, just like I said about Joel yesterday, in certain situations, Trey fits better than Luka.
Mm-hmm.
That was different. Like I was with you on with the Joel thing, but
Trey is just a smaller Luka who's worse at most things.
I don't think I will ever see Trey throw a turnaround hook shot from 3 in the clutch.
So on the Clippers right now, who would be better, Trey or Luka?
Luka.
The
There's no
Celtics?
team with Luka.
Luka.
There's no team
Luka.
where Trey is better than Luka. No.
The
team.
Bucks?
Yeah, we can go the Luka.
Luka.
The Hawks,
Luka.
the Mavericks,
Luka.
the Birmingham Bumpkins.
Luka.
All right.
Actually, I'll take Trey on that team because they're more likely to
the
get
Mississippi
that lottery
Pickers,
pick with
the
Trey.
Mississippi Pickers,
The Mississippi Pickers.
Pickens, yeah, the Mississippi Pickens.
Yeah, we just not giving them. A
Luka
team.
will be he would be a phenom in Mississippi, boy. Let me tell you what.
Okay.
Ronaldo said Wemby will win Clutch Player of the Year.
Don't you have to win in order to be clutch player of the year? I mean, like then when Fox won it last year, I mean Sacramento was the 3rd seed, so ain't that the standard?
Well, I thought the
I hope
standard
you.
was
I
just
hope
how
you all agree
perform.
that right now the clutch player of the year would be Luka, right? I hope we're all aware
Yeah.
that Luka would be like Wemby's not exactly the front runner for this award after 4
Right.
games. It would be Luka.
So is the award based off of your performance in the 4th quarter? Is it based off your performance in what they deem clutch time, which is what?
I think the last
5 minutes or 3
the
minutes?
last 5 minutes. of the game.
There's no set criteria for what the award's based on. Clutch time is officially listed as last 5 minutes score within 5.
Right.
That's
Well,
what's listed.
Steph Curry got to.
But there's no rule in the clutch player of the year book that it says it has to be
Has
just
to be-
based on that time.
Hey, well,
Okay.
I'm assuming Steph
Okay.
Curry probably in that discussion right now too, then, because he's been pretty clutch in the 4 quarters, then, right?
We don't care about him, man.
And also, I still haven't gotten a satisfactory answer on what clutch is, because clutch isn't just buckets. I think that's the problem that I have more than anything when I hear people talking about in clutch time what you do. Clutch isn't just getting buckets. Clutch is coming up with a big steal. Clutch is coming up with a big pass. Clutch is coming up with a defensive stop. That's clutch.
Like Wemby.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. Wemby.
That is
Rockets
clutch right
game,
there.
he was doing it on both ends, being in clutch time.
Him
Right.
blocking
And what you
Jabari
consider
Smith ain't
clutch.
moving me. Not moving me. Jabari was playing like a terrorist that game.
Yeah. I'm so glad everybody's using the lingo now, man. This is great.
Oh my god.
This is great.
Hey, you influential, man. That's why everyone now a Detroit Pistons fan because of you. Oh yeah.
Like I said, man, you can't
I
be
need to
whispering the truth.
yeah, I need to
You
up
gotta
my
yell the
influence.
truth. Facts.
Yeah, I need to
You
up
gotta-
my
just
influence.
up the animation. Just be emotional.
Mhm. I'll do better, man. I'll do better.
The best reaction is overreaction.
Hey, Damo, you like Mark Williams, Damo?
I mean, he cool. He's no Jalen Duren, but he cool. He a cool dude.
He like 3 years older than Jalen Duren too, but
Which is crazy.
I ain't know he was.
Quabe sent through a super chat and said his guards don't throw him the entry pass when he posts.
because they know he can't score in the post.
Because his guard is goddamn Jeremy Sochan. That's why. This is crazy.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson, people act like, man, those jokers, when they went to that zone late in that game, they brought Wemby in with like 2 minutes left. I think down the stretch, Wemby hit 2 free throws, hit the turnaround up and the putback. That's how he got his 8 points. But that Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell took that game over, man.
I've been trying to tell people about Devin Vassell, but once again, didn't have the animation, so no one was listening. But now they've got 19 nationally televised games. People are going to be like, oh my God, Devin Vassell's really good. Top 10 shooting guard. I'll be like, well, I tell you guys, Devin Vassell was really good. And Keldon Johnson looks better this year to start the season, so that's good.
And that go back to Damo logic about these guys being on TV more, so we can see on display the young talent that's in the league. Because all we see on TV, the Lakers, the Knicks, the Celtics. Yo, Detroit got some young guys that's good. San Antonio got some young players that's really good. Oklahoma City got some young players that are good. Orlando got some young players that are good. We need to see these dudes more.
Do you guys see how it's not crazy to say? Sorry, do you guys see how it's not crazy to say Asar Thompson was all defensive caliber?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah,
I
like,
really want to know.
I know it's only been 4 games, but have you guys seen? He played great defense on Shea, played great defense on Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
He played great defense
on Jimmy
against
Butler.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Played great defense against Jimmy Butler. Every time he's taken the matchup of the player who's either going off or the star player from the start of the game, he's played fantastic
They
defense.
plummet. Literally. Shea was going on a run. They was already beating their ass, but not beating their ass. They were winning, but Shea was cooking. They put a sore on him. 2 for 7.
The thing I like
Tough
about him,
shots.
the
Blocked him
thing I-
twice. Blocked him
yeah,
twice.
the thing I
Just
like
two
about
offensive
him,
fouls.
Forced a turnover.
mhm. The thing I like about him, Marz, is how he got his lateral movement. I mean, that has a lot to do with him being an athlete, but he's got a unique way of beating guys to spots. And I think that that's dope about him. That's why he's able to get the shots and make shots tougher on people. Now, he does need to sharpen up his rim protection because he kind of fouls a little bit at the rim. Don't get me wrong. He does block shots and he may get called for some fouls at the rim. But the stuff that he does fundamentally, I was actually surprised about that. Like him beating guys. I saw him beat Shea to the spot like 2 or 3 times where Shea had to get off the ball. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. All right. That's pretty impressive. Like he almost knew where he was going. So he's got good instincts. I like that about him.
Mm-hmm. And somebody said Suggs' defense is crazy too. I said that. Suggs, if it's one thing Jalen Suggs can do,
He can defend
that
yo.
goddamn rock. That's why he's still there.
He's
and
got great hands. It's
and
amazing.
Chilltown,
Yes.
I'm glad you brought it up. We were talking about, these guys aren't winning. That's why they're not on TV. You can push narratives for these young players, and it doesn't have to be winning. As we're seeing right now with the people that are watching these younger teams, they do not give a damn if these niggas win. If they look good, the fans are liking it. The NBA fan, and I've been pushing the narrative, so there's a lot more people watching these guys than before. It don't even matter if they win or lose.
Right.
If they are playing enjoyable basketball, people like it. There was niggas hitting me up on Twitter. Yeah, nigga, I typically only watch X, Y, and Z. But man, I love some defense, so I'm happy I'm watching Detroit now. Like, it's just as simple as that. Like, people still out there that are casual fans, but like defense. You will watch Detroit win or lose because they play good defense. And Cade can give you 30. Cade's phenomenal. Jalen Duran's a tough guy in the post. People like that. People will sit down and watch the damn Magic because Markelle Fultz, the former #1 pick, is actually balling. Franz Wagner and Paolo are a good tandem and a good duo, and that team plays more so as like a team other than the Clippers. They got their ass whooped by the Clippers, but close game with the Lakers.
I thought it was wow.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
shouldn't
that was
take them playing a marquee team for them to get eyes on them one time a month. You gotta push these. We shouldn't watch the Lakers play 42 times. I'm willing to give up 10 national TV games because we're still on fucking League Pass. I'm willing to do that for the Lakers. Fuck it, don't put us on TV. We're still playing. Give some of these other guys a shot.
Yeah, and Damo, a lot of people forget too. Basketball is basketball. Like, keep in mind, we'll watch college basketball and be entertained, and it'll be a good game. So a good game is a good game. And on top of that too, a lot of older teams, they tend to play a little more slower pace. It tends to be more relaxed. It tends to be more calculated and whatnot. The younger teams are more so up and down. They're more energetic. They're more electrifying. So you'll get more turnovers and stuff like that. You'll get more bonehead plays, but you'll also get those spectacular plays too. So I mean, it's all NBA. The NBA is the NBA. Every team's going to be exciting in one way, shape, or form.
Plus, how am I supposed to find out about how these young players are good? How am I supposed to find out about these guys if number one, they're not on TV? Number two, ain't nobody talking about them. That's how I found out about Herb Jones. I'm like, who is Herb Jones? I mean, I saw him at Alabama, a glimpse of him, but then I see him in New Orleans. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Bruce Bowen right there, except he left-handed. And I started watching him a little bit more. And I started watching New Orleans more. I know they already had Zion, but the fact that he was on that crew, I started watching him more. How am I going to find out about these guys if every time I turn on the television, it's just the Lakers, it's just the Celtics or the Knicks, or if and these other teams, if they're not playing them, then they're not on TV. That's how it was in the 80s, Marz, when if you was on TV, you was playing the Celtics or the Lakers. That was it. So the only time the Bulls was on TV was when they was playing the Celtics. Only time Phoenix was on TV. Only time Utah was on TV was when they was playing the Lakers. Even though they got a damn good point guard named John Stockton that I'm like, yo, this dude can play. They got a really good player in Karl Malone. They got a really good player. The Lakers got a bunch of good players, but Phoenix got a damn good point guard named Kevin Johnson. But I only can see him when they play in the Lakers. So if these guys were on TV more, we would find out more. Because me and Damo, you and I just had this conversation a couple of days. I'm sorry. Me and Big Ox just had this conversation a couple of days ago. Yo, the league is littered with damn good players. It's a bunch of good players in the league today where it's not just 1 or 2 or 5 or it's a bunch of good players in the league. And if the league would showcase these guys more, I think that it would expand their fan base.
And you know what's funny? With shows like First Take and Undisputed and First Thing First, all these talking head shows, do people not realize, yeah, the casual fan might want to see teams win. So, yeah, it might be unattractive at first to talk about these teams that no one knows about, that no one's really watching. But if Stephen A. Smith goes up there and says, I have high expectations for Kay Cunningham, I want to see what he does.
Detroit is on TV.
People are going to watch. Mm-hmm. If they go up there and say LaMelo Ball, X, Y, and Z and push a narrative, people are going to watch. So it makes no sense to me that you have these periods where these talking head shows will force conversations and be redundant to talk about the same teams instead of just balancing it out. If last night it was just if last night there was no reason to talk about the Clippers because they whooped the Magic ass, there should be no Clipper segment tomorrow. There should be a segment on whatever game was close that was two teams that were. You should have a Pacer segment and push Tyrese Halliburton agenda. There's no team in the NBA. I feel like right now is about what the league was in terms of how every team has a guy. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but in the 2000s when I was a kid, it felt like every team had a guy. It felt like there was at least in the All-Star game when they had everybody wearing your team jerseys.
Yeah,
I ain't see half the teams. I ain't see like 3 players on the same team throughout the All-Star game. No, it was a bunch of different jerseys out there when I was growing up. It was more representation. It can be that now. I don't know a team as of right now that doesn't have a marketable player. You can't name one. There's no team without a marketable.
I think every team has multiple marketable players.
I'm with that too.
Yeah.
I think every team has multiple marketable players.
Except Portland. I can't think of multiple in Portland.
They
no, they do.
You gonna start pushing that shade and sharp propaganda. That's what you got.
I think Portland got 4 marketable players.
4?
They have 4. Yes.
Jaden Sharp.
Yeah.
Ayton.
Yeah. Their best player.
Anthony Simons.
I'm about to say Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons.
And you can still market Scoot. He's just gonna
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. That's fair.
I don't know who's marketable in Toronto outside Scotty Barnes, to be honest.
I think
Pascal's not marketable.
Still marketable. I think he's marketable.
At this point,
in Toronto, he's marketed.
Grady
he's being
Dick.
marketed.
I agree.
Grady Dick is marketable.
I agree.
The world loves a white boy playing basketball. Everybody pushes Austin Reeves' agenda. I promise you, if you hyped up Grady Dick like Austin Reeves, the world will love him. I mean, it is a known thing. We love white boys who can hoop, and Grady Dick can hoop.
That is a fact.
Shout out to Larry Markkinen.
All right, keeping it pushing. Macho Man 124 said Connecticut. Question.
No, they got plenty of teams in the tri-state area. They got the Knicks, they got the Brooklyn Nets, they got basketball, they got football. They do not need a team in Connecticut.
They got UConn. They good.
Yep, they good.
That's what I was saying about Bama. Like y'all got
shout out to the national champion UConn Huskies and my boy Danny Hurley. It's my man.
There we go. Shout out to the UConn Huskies and Danny Hurley.
Coach Danny Hurley.
Marquivian Black said Pop trying to recreate Kareem and Magic with Wemby and Sohan.
He's gonna fail miserably.
I don't know if he's trying to do that.
Brand C with the super chat said top 5 grandma / grandpa candies.
Let's defer to Chill.
Top 5 grandpa candies. I can't get I'm from the projects. We didn't really have a lot of variety, so I'm sorry.
Variety.
That's that. Hans Walker said, chill. Thoughts on a young KD at Texas, then OKC?
I was wrapped up in Greg Oden because I thought he was the best player in the country. But then throughout the season, I was seeing stuff like 37 and 12. I was seeing 32 and 16. I'm like, yo, who is this kid down in Texas who was basically this big, Marz? He looked like a hula hoop Cheerio, for real. That's how big he was. But he was a bucket getter. And I'm thinking, damn, this dude is nice. And this looks like this is going to translate to the pros. And when he got to the pros, we saw what he was in terms of him getting buckets. We talk about KD in Oklahoma City like he wasn't phenomenal. Like a lot of people talk about him like He didn't spend 9 years in Oklahoma City where they built that unit around him, went to the Western Conference Championship, I think 3 times in 5 years, and he wasn't the best player on that unit, and they weren't a championship contender. They just didn't win it. They were a championship contender, and he was a top 3 player for a long time when he was in Oklahoma City. 100% he was.
And respect his 1 year in Seattle, everybody as well too.
Yeah.
It was so listening to his post-game interview last night, Wemby, and I think we all might have known this.
So wasn't nobody talking to you. I wasn't trying to hit you with the project talk, so I wasn't even talking to you. Keep going, Ron.
But KD is one of Wemby's idols. And even during the game, before he even said this after the game, I was noticing, and I'm like, he's shooting a lot of jumpers. He's not really being as physical as he should be. But when I think back on it, watching KD his first and second year, KD was the same way. KD didn't touch the paint. Like he got a couple drives, but for the most part, KD was out shooting at the 3-point line. And I remember that used to disgust me when I was younger and he was playing for the Sonics. I'm like, bro, you're 6'10", and you just want to shoot threes the whole game. And remember, this is before the revolution of basketball. I'm like, bro, I don't know how successful we're gonna be with a dude that's 6'10" but wants to shoot jumpers. And so, with that being said, now fast forward to Wemby. Do you guys expect him to start getting in the post more and banging more as he gets older, or do you think this is just going to be part of his game and this is how he wants to play, shooting jumpers and stuff like that?
I think that's what the NBA is. That's number one. And number two, Wemby, if you watched him last night, he got going later on because he was playing against I saw a guy playing against his idol, and his eyes were this big. And then he realized that, all right, I got to get it together because this is basketball. But he started off slow. But I think that that's what the game is. And like I said, I've said it to you already, Ron, that this dude is the future. This dude is the future of basketball. Ball handling, jump shooting. Like the days of Shaq and Olajuwon, them dudes are gone. I'm not going to see a guy that big playing primarily on the box. That's not going to happen. Mm-mm.
I agree. I just think that's the allure with Wemby. He's a 7'4" wing, not he's a 7'4" post player.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to get rid of the allure by putting, hey, we loved you because you had the wing skills and you could handle the ball and shoot mid-range jump shots and pull-ups. Mm-hmm. But hey, now play in the post. Like, no, you wanted him for everything he can do. So You're not really going to change up the whole way he plays. Now, do I think it's beneficial that he could probably develop a post game and just be better down there? Sure. And I think he will be, but primarily he's going to be a player on the wing. I don't think he's going to turn into like prime Dirk Nowitzki. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So he's probably just going to be on the wing until he slows down, and then he might develop that. But that's like 10 years down the line.
Hey, early in Dirk's career, was he on the box, or was Dirk early in his career? He was
a wing.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he could develop it. You never know.
Yeah, he was definitely a wing. So
Wemby plays a lot in the mid range too, though.
Yeah, he just be little one dribble pull ups and stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, definitely like a young Dirk.
Joshua Josiah said, "Open gym 112 vibes."
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I know we was talking about Candy. I do know that.
Yeah. If you know about Open Gym episode 112, you know about episode 112. Historic episode. Historic.
Low key.
To the dude in the chat. To the dude in the chat. Shame on me for not wanting to be a street dude. Shame on me to contribute into the problem of being a hood dude and a drug addict or a drug dealer. Shame on me for not wanting to do that. Yes, thank you. I wanted to work in law enforcement and do something better with my life. Shame on me for not wanting to be a hood dude and be on the block slanging and being a thug. Shame on me. Ha!
Yeah, shame on you, man. Do better.
Shame on me.
Do better by doing worse, man.
Right. Shame on me for not getting locked up and ending up and doing a bid and having a bunch of kids by a bunch of different chicks. Yeah, shame on me.
Low key 870 said Marz saying quote unquote lifelong and quote unquote us is crazy.
I've been a Warriors fan since the We Believe Warriors. I don't know what to tell you. since we went up against Dirk in 07, stopped the league MVP, lost to Utah in the second round. It is what it is, but no one cares about that Utah series. You forget that. Baron Davis cooking those Dallas Mavericks teams, Dirk Nowitzki struggling.
Yeah,
I've been a Warriors fan since those days. Low key since Run TMC. But I was a casual fan at that time, so The We Believe Warriors when I really became a fan, and I've been a fan ever since. Went through the Monte Ellis days. Remember when we was going to trade Steph Curry instead of Monte Ellis to the Bucks? I remember that. I remember when we gave Steph the 4-year, $44 million deal.
Got him on the
I've
cheap.
been there, man.
Got him on the cheap.
I've been there. Through the thick and thin. I've been loyal.
Got him on the cheap.
Yeah, for 16 years.
Those was good times. The We Believe Warriors. Very good times.
The good old days.
Lego Rover said Dario Saric, CP3 minutes, Alu Akbar.
Yeah, Dario Saric is looking better after the first game, but that's because they stopped making him take stupid layups. Because that's what was really struggling. But yeah, Chris Paul's look good. I like what I'm seeing from us. So high hopes.
Jaden Roy Ball said Kansas City. KU.
No.
Irvin K. Chauncey Billups is the greatest point guard. Dub show.
Who's better, Chauncey Billups or Tony Parker?
TP.
I got Chauncey Billups.
I ain't gonna, well, how many super chats we got left? Because I wanted to ask y'all a question, but I want to.
We got one more, but you got it. Go ahead.
No, that's not true. Ain't no way.
We got one more.
I wanted to ask y'all which of these lineups is the best lineup in y'all opinion? And like, if you had to pick one of these fives, which five would you pick? Hold on. Let me. Damn, I thought I just had it. Let me find it. All right, cool. All right, so the first lineup: Derrick Rose, Michael Redd, Jerry Stackhouse, Amari Stoudemire, Jermaine O'Neal. The second lineup: Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Roy.
The first lineup.
Jesus.
First lineup.
Whoa.
He got beef with Gilbert Arenas. He got beef with Gilbert Arenas.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry. The first lineup, but keep going.
The second lineup: Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Roy, Ron Artest, Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol. Third lineup: Chauncey Billups, Penny Hardaway, Bruce Bowen, Sean Kemp, DeMarcus Cousins.
I like that third lineup.
The third one.
Yeah, I do like
I
that.
got the
But I
third
think
one.
the first one is by far the worst.
Yeah, I do too.
The first was the worst.
I
So
do,
Derrick
yeah.
Rose, Michael Redd, Jerry Stackhouse, Amari Stoudemire, Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah, that's
From a talent standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one I think is good, but when you said Penny Hardaway, that third lineup.
I guess, but
basically you said Jamal Murray, but worse. So yeah, you're right.
So,
yeah, I don't know.
but y'all leaning with Chauncey Billups, Penny, Bruce Bowen, Sean Kemp, and DeMarcus over Gilbert, Brandon Roy, Ron Artest, Zebo, and Marc Gasol.
It's close to me. It's very close.
I'm liking the third one.
But I'm going with the third one.
I'm liking the third one.
I like the offensive firepower they have. Even though I think the second team is the best defensive team by far with Marc Gasol, Ron Artest, Zebo. Yeah, Zebo wasn't a great.
Best rebounder.
Rebounder. Yeah.
Oh, this is everybody at their peak too. So everybody's in their prime.
Oh, so we got Portland Zebo.
Yeah. So peak for peak. That's what you're getting. Okay. I was asking because we did a draft over when we were doing a stream.
You picked the first team.
Omar picked the first team. Now I will say, Bezos' team was so astronomically bad. I didn't even say his team.
Let's hear it.
But the parameters, I got you. I'll pull it up. I got to go to Twitter to get his. But the parameters were drafting a lineup without any Hall of Famers.
Zero's a Hall of Famer, but I guess.
I mean, and it was kind of tricky with some guys. It was like, all right, so what's the grace period? I want to say we went with, if you looked on the percentages of whatever the Hall of Fame tracker shit was, whatever, at a certain percentage, we was just like, all right, well, if it's below like 50 or whatever, we'll rock with it or let it slide. Bezos' team was Rondo, because I'm still looking for it because I got a lot of notifications today. But Rondo, Bill Walton. His team was ass. I'm sorry.
Bill Walton's in the Hall of Famers, you know?
Yes, he is.
It wasn't Bill Walton. Mark Eaton.
Oh, yeah, he lost. Okay.
Yeah. His team was literally dog shit. But hold on. Let me find it. I will find it for y'all just so I can play it fair. Ryan, you go to super chat because I gotta find it. Yeah.
While he's finding that, Drink More Water sent through a super chat and said Chris Broussard tried to one up Jalen on live TV.
He did do that wild as hell.
He wore a costume as well? Is that what happens?
He called I think it was James Harden. He called him, I mean, you can't say it, but
oh yeah, I seen the clip on Twitter. I did see the clip on Twitter. And then he started apologizing and say his cousin something. Yeah. And Chris
All right,
Broussard.
I got Souza's team.
Yeah.
Rondo, Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, Blake Griffin, Mark Eaton.
I like that.
Say that
team.
again. Say that again.
I like
I'm not
that.
gonna lie, that
Rajon-
team's not as bad as you made it seem.
Rajon
I like
Rondo,
that team.
Joe
Mhm.
Johnson, Sean Marion, Blake Griffin, Mark Eaton.
I like
Hey,
that.
I like that
That's
team
not a bad
actually.
team.
I do
like
like
that
that
team,
team.
actually.
Yeah,
I do
and
like
let me
that
just
team.
say-
Mark Eaton being by far the worst
And,
offensive player.
and let me say, he did a poll on Twitter last night when we did it. It's still up. He did a poll on Twitter, and out of 2,888 votes, my team won with 49%, and I had the Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Roy, Ron Artest, Marc Gasol, and Zach Randolph team. The third team, the team with Derrick Rose, Michael Redd, Jerry Stackhouse, Amari Stoudemire, Jermaine O'Neal, they came in second with 23%. The third team, the other team with Chauncey Billups, Penny Hardaway, Bruce Bowen, Sean Kemp, and DeMarcus Cousins, the one y'all like, came in third with 20%, and then Bezos' team had 8%.
Good.
Your team, like theoretically, like I think is the most balanced. I just have a Penny Hardaway bias, so I'm picking Penny. But
Yeah, I feel it.
But
With the biases in there, I get it. I
do think your team is the most like balanced in terms of offense, defense, scorers, playmakers, blah blah blah.
I had the last
Penny
pick,
Hardaway.
and what killed me, this man Sage, I'm about to. I need a 3 that can play defense and can shoot. I'm thinking to myself, I picked like 2 after say, I'm like, please don't say Ron Artest, because I was going Ron Artest or Michael Cooper. I'm like, don't pick Ron. This nigga, I know I'm getting Bruce Bowen. I'm like, you're cooked.
I got to bounce, Ron.
All right. We all got to bounce. It's the end of the show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you haven't liked the video, like it on your way out. We're going to be back at the same time tomorrow with the same crew.
11 games on the docket tonight. 11 of them. Yes,
All
sir.
night of basketball, baby.
Tap into Houston v Charlotte.
Yes, sir. 11
That's a
nights,
fact. Tap in.
11 games. So take it light.